Just looking for some debates. Thank you, Jay, for the heart. Just got out of the clinicals. How are you? Clinicals are those. Are you becoming a doctor? New background, yes. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Lee, so much for the roses. Again, if you're joining, you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. I'm in a CNA. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's super awesome. Alright. Thank you, Bud. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, y'all. I think I slept like 6 hours. I think times are always weird whenever like the time goes back or something. If you're joining, you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Kip, do you wanna debate, bro? How is wifey? She's good. Glad to see you too, Sammy. Alright, again, join it. If you're joining and you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Alright. What's up, Batman? How old are you?
Hey, yo, bro. Brad Peterson for president. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Alright. Yo, like and share the live. If you're joining and you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. In the meantime, user no. From screen to the ring to the pen. Alright, bro. No, I can't say happy birthday to that. Again, if you're joining, you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Just looking for some friendly debates. That's it. If you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. And move on. Is this a dude? Nope. What's up, how old are you?
19.
What year were you born?
04.
That would make you 20. What month?
December.
Okay. So, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Yeah, it's inherently selfish.
Inherently selfish. Okay. How come?
Because you're engaging in an act that's solely for pleasure and not for procreation.
Okay, what act? Define the act we're engaging in.
Opening your legs and rubbing your pussy on another pussy.
Okay, define what a lesbian is again.
Somebody that's attracted to another woman, a woman attracted to a woman.
Yeah, okay. So, a woman that's attracted to another woman, what's the purpose of that relationship?
To fulfill pleasure.
No, love.
Which is inherently selfish.
So is a heterosexual couple...
If that's not the case, why would they do it in the first place?
Why would they do what in the first place?
Why would they engage in the activity if it's not for pleasure?
You can ask the same question to heterosexual couples. What about infertile heterosexual couples?
Their act leads to procreation, right? It's not solely based on pleasure.
Not infertile couples, no. Not infertile couples.
Yeah, so if those
infertile couples than
if those infertile couples didn't adopt, right, and they engaged in that activity, then that would be morally wrong. If they adopted, it wouldn't. Yeah, I'll explain.
Why would it be morally wrong?
Because it would be solely for pleasure.
Why is that wrong?
Because doing stuff based solely out of individual pleasure is wrong.
How come?
Because Sky Daddy told me.
Okay, so you believe in God. That's your entire point. Your entire point?
No, that's not my entire point. You were just asking why is doing stuff just solely out of pleasure wrong?
I don't think that doing something purely out of pleasure is wrong. You would have to prove.
So why would your position be greater than mine?
My position is amoral. I don't hold a moral claim to it. You do. You have to like bear the burden of that. So you have to prove to me why it's morally incorrect to.
What I believe.
Yeah. And whenever I asked you,
obfuscating from the pleasure thing. You've been obfuscating this whole time.
I asked you.
How is it not selfish?
How is it not selfish?
How's it not selfish? Yeah.
Because
answer
I think
the question.
Okay. First of all, calm the fuck down. Second of all, it's not.
Just answer the question.
I am going to answer the question. Chill the fuck out.
Go ahead.
So it's not selfish to engage in these acts purely out of pleasure.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
oh, sorry. Is that the wrong?
No, just shut the fuck up. Thank you.
My fault. I didn't mean to misgender
you didn't misgender me. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, my fault, bro. I don't know why you're upset then. I was trying to be nice.
Okay.
Just answer the question.
You're being so insufferable. It's not even funny. Okay, so engaging in something purely out of pleasure, you would have to prove to me why engaging in an act purely out of pleasure is wrong. For some people, pleasure is eating. So prove to me that that's a selfish act for somebody to eat. That
it's not selfish because in your yeah, it wouldn't be selfish because it sustains your life and your life is valuable. So inherently, it's not.
Yeah. So what about all the research that's been done on SMECs? That
why are you doing whataboutism? Just concede that point there.
I'm not conceding anything.
You're not?
I'm not conceding anything.
Okay. Let me cook this guy. Yo, this is funny as fuck. Yo, some dude called me a what the? What the?
Anyways,
okay.
So can you prove to you? Whenever I asked you, how do you know that these things are wrong and that pleasure is bad? You said because Sky Daddy told you. So prove Sky Daddy's real.
Christian ethics.
Christian ethics. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. Well, so hold on.
So
I wouldn't have to prove that he's real.
Stop.
No, I wouldn't have to prove that he's real because my moral ought is just as equal as to your moral ought in your world view, because it's all subjective. So there would be no situation where I would have to prove my moral beliefs are greater than yours.
Your moral beliefs are better than mine because mine aren't subjective.
I would never have to prove that under your world view.
What?
Because they're all subjective.
Yeah, everything is subjective.
Have you not like debated with anybody like above with an IQ above like 70?
Yes, I have.
And so why are you stumbling after like the most basic points are made?
No, because I think you're insufferable, and your presupposition.
Are you just gonna say that because like you're getting like optically like destroyed to like 500 people?
Destroying, bro, dude, calm the fuck down. First of all, so you literally moved to You asked 5 points. I asked you to prove God's real, and then you wouldn't.
I don't have to. I literally don't have to.
But
I wouldn't have to. Because morality is completely subjective according to you.
Yo, Goody, you're trying to pull this like Phil.
No. Stop doing the 2v1.
You're trying to pull this Phil bro bullshit, but you actually don't know what you're talking about. Newsflash: just because you talk fast doesn't mean you know what you're talking about.
That's my point.
Dude, you've been pivoting from weak point to another.
She literally asked me where I got it from. That's not fucking pivoting if she asked me. Holy fuck.
You're the one not engaging in agency.
Can you address anything I've said, or are you just gonna be like?
I asked you to prove God. I asked you to prove God, and you said I don't have to.
I don't have to. I literally don't have to prove. I don't have to prove anything.
You do when you make the moral positive claim.
No, because it's subjective.
No. You said your morals.
I never said he's real.
You said Sky Daddy told you. You said Sky Daddy told you. So I said prove God's real.
I don't have to prove he's real. Because under your worldview, morality is completely subjective. Do you understand what I'm even talking about?
You're such a weak debater. Why are you? Bro's mad.
So fucking address a point I've made. Holy fuck.
Bro's mad.
I literally have.
No, Jay, you're talking shit. Just address a point. Instead of like doing like the emotional women prattle. Just say some shit, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, so we're gonna because we don't have shit to say.
No,
this is so funny.
You're just gross. That's it.
Wait, are you guys gonna be live if Trump wins? Like, I'm not saying he's going to, but if he does, are you gonna be live?
Am I gonna be alive if Trump wins? What kind of question
live,
is that?
like live on TikTok.
Why would I? What?
Are you gonna be live on TikTok?
What are you doing?
I'm asking you a question.
Why would I be live on TikTok?
Bro, are you good?
Are you like real? Are you real?
Because I want to drop in and say hi.
Do you stay on the internet 24/7? You literally keep pivoting.
No,
yes,
you literally fucking asked me a question, so I redirected.
Yeah.
You're the one that asked me to answer the question.
Yeah, just give me a second.
All right,
this is insane.
Yeah, wait, how about we run it, bro? Okay. So, I think that
I don't run it with homos.
Morals are objective.
You're running it with a homo right now. What do you mean?
Wait, don't run.
Wait, you're a homo?
Don't run.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a dip. I'm sorry.
Wait, yo.
Oh, you're running from Ian. You're running from Ian.
You want to answer the
I don't even know who he is, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm an atheist. I think morals are objective. So prove your God.
No, I don't have to prove I'm God.
Prove your God.
Because my moral oughts would be just as equal as her moral oughts. Do you fucking understand any of the shit?
Wait, buddy, do you understand that by engaging in a moral conversation in the first place that you've necessarily presupposed the value of empathy in the first place? Wait, do you understand that, or are you too stupid to go over your head?
Answer the fucking thing I said.
I understand that you're getting slammed right now, which is why you're probably concussed. You have no idea what's going on. You're not even sure where you are right now. But what I'm asking you is, do you understand that empathy is an objective moral value that's necessarily presupposed in every single moral discussion? Do you understand that, or are you just too stupid?
if I had a moral worldview that didn't include empathy, then what would be wrong with that?
Then you would necessarily be contradicting yourself, because one of the moral presuppositions is necessarily going to be taking an interest in other people's interests. That is just the foundation of a moral conversation. It's literally self-contradictory. If you want to be illogical, you can think that way. But if you reject the value of empathy, then you're necessarily being illogical.
I would love to address it.
And I understand you're confused right now because you're getting slammed, but yeah, go ahead.
You want me to address it or no?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so if I was an atheist and I didn't believe in Sky Daddy, my moral odd and my worldview, which didn't entail anything to do with empathy, why would that be wrong?
That would necessarily be irrational, because you necessarily need to take an interest in other people's interests in order to engage in a moral conversation.
A
moral conversation. Wait, dumb fuck. A moral conversation is necessarily going to be about evaluating how you should engage with other people in a society. That means you necessarily need to take an interest in other people's interests. What happens if you reject empathy as an objective moral value is that you fall into irrationality. Do you understand that?
Buddy, you can try to sound smart and try to do some Phil bro shit. Practice the Phil bro shit, because you sound so dumb.
You know, he has no response to it. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, we got caught. He has no response to it. Wait, but what? Can I just ask, what grounds morality in your worldview?
Stop smirking.
Wait, what grounds morality in your worldview? Don't dodge. Don't dodge.
You fucking dodged my original claim. What the fuck?
Don't dodge. What grounds morality?
You're dodging all the shit I'm saying.
Let's hear it. What grounds morality?
Do you not remember what I just said?
God? What grounds God?
No, I didn't even talk about that. Oh my God.
Well, I'm just wondering what grounds morality in your worldview.
You did, actually.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my worldview.
Go ahead and backpedal. Yeah, you're running away from your own point.
So now
you don't even know where you are right now,
because you don't want to address anything I've said.
Everything you said is
wrong.
It's
Why would I be wrong?
This is pathetic. This is a sad showing. This is, by the way, the most intelligent preceptor, and it's still like this, dumb fucking mongrel.
Oh my God. Do you want to address anything I've said or no? You just want to
Do you want to? Yeah, I've already addressed all of it.
Yeah, let's do whataboutism. That's a good fucking way to optically lose it.
You don't even know what a whataboutism is. A whataboutism is when you say, what about this or what about that? That's not a whataboutism, dumb fuck. I don't know what
just for the record, I haven't called you anything.
For the life of me, I don't know what fake laughter. I'm just not sure what you think fake laughter is going to do for you.
I haven't been as rude as you, so you're optically losing.
Well, you've been rude as fuck.
When you're in a debate and you're losing, just don't start like.
Wait, and I'm sorry that I brought you to tears because I'm a better debater than you.
Just get good.
Get good. Skill issue.
Stop spurging, bro. Just stop insulting.
Skill issue.
Why are you so angry?
You've literally been spewing insults this entire time.
Calm down. Insults.
Oh, do you think that saying calm down isn't going to work after you got slammed? You were super hot and heated earlier, but then when someone comes in and matches your energy, you get real quiet and submissive.
I didn't.
You get real quiet and submissive.
I love the energy. I feed off the energy. I just want to be able to respond.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, what's your response?
Yeah, so once I respond, are you going to actually answer what I said?
Yeah, I already answered it. Are you going to answer anything that I've said? Can you even summarize my argument?
Would you like me to respond or no?
Can you summarize my argument?
Yeah, so I would be happy. Yeah, I would be happy to answer the things that you're saying if you answer my original claim first. Sound fair?
Well, it's just not going to be applicable in this instance insofar as I believe morality is objective. So saying, well, it's all equal, no, you're objectively wrong.
I just don't want to answer it. Just
I've already answered it. You're just not tracking. If you could track better than you would understand that I've already answered it.
I'm going to restate it for you. It's this simple. If I'm an atheist, so forget that any of the Sky Daddy bullshit, right? Because all of that's crazy. Why would somebody believe in a Sky Daddy? If I'm an atheist and under my worldview, okay, I don't think empathy should take any place in any of my beliefs. Then
you're irrational.
Times I make. Can I finish?
I already understand what you're saying. Then you're irrational. That's
so can you answer it? Can you answer to what I said?
Yeah, then you're irrational. If you're an atheist and you reject empathy as being an objective moral value, then that's irrational. But how would you dictate what's rational and irrational? Oh, yeah, you lost on the moral debate, so now you need to pivot to the logical debate. No. That's literally connected to the
just
based on the semantics of the words.
Rational and irrational?
Yeah, just based on the semantics of the words. It's just, logic is just going to come down to a specific set of rules that govern rules of inference. How do you determine what's rational and irrational? Yeah, it's just going to come down to what's in line with experience and what's in line with conceivable thought.
How do you determine what is valid or invalid?
Just going to be based on fundamentally on the self-evidence of A is A.
So if my experience is I get abused by my parents, can I abuse my children?
What have I said that would make you think
because based off my experience, that would be justified.
No.
Why?
What the fuck? Wait, how does that follow at all?
Why?
Wait, what? No. So what determines logic specifically, not morality? This is embarrassing.
You're trying to get your friend
to speak. What determines logic, not morality? You're just not tracking. That's why you need to do this
His cheeks are literally getting fucking spread open.
Damn. Yeah.
You're losing a
local man needs to declare himself victor, or else nobody would know it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, wait. The telltale sign that you're winning a debate is that you need to tell everyone that you're winning the debate. That's how you know who's winning the debate. The person who announces themselves the winner, famously.
Keep interrupting and obfuscating. It doesn't optically.
You've literally been interrupting
this entire time.
You're projecting this entire time. This is all Ian does. This is all Ian does is debate this, by the way.
Yeah.
Goody. The fact that you don't even know
It
Ian
doesn't
is
seem
just
like
crazy.
because you keep interrupting. You keep
look at their follower count.
I'm sorry. Wait,
you were like
literally
the worst like TikTok debater, bro.
I do not care. Cry me a river. Cry about it.
I literally watched like a couple YouTube videos and I'm already like literally destroying.
Cry about it.
Every claim you've made. This is crazy.
Yeah. Wait. What's one claim that you think you've done well against?
Guys, shout out to like the YouTube videos I've watched.
Yeah, you should run from that question.
What would you even ask?
Oh yeah, sorry, you weren't tracking. So what I asked is, what's one claim that you think you did well against? What's one single point that you think you did well against in this conversation?
I'm gonna reinstate my question, and I want you to respond.
Yeah, I've already responded.
No, you haven't. You've obfuscated, and you've intentionally
then they would be irrational
the
as the answer to your question.
Because it literally shows your position is fundamentally stupid. It's so stupid.
Keep up. I've already answered.
Keep up.
Yeah, I've already answered.
Sorry, bro. I'm a little lost in this conversation. I'll try to keep
I know you are. Yeah, it's I'm trying to help you along, but you can't keep up.
You're right.
I think
Everything I
it's
said has
because
been
you're just too stupid.
Complete like prattle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you summarize my argument?
Can you steelman? No. Steelman my argument first.
Oh well, the way that you steelman your argument, specifically your argument to steelman your argument against AG. W dodge, by the way. So your argument against AG is just that your morality is equally as valid and as subjective as
No. That's not my argument.
That is literally your argument.
No, it's not.
Wait, how about you go ahead and steelman my argument?
It's not. No. You incorrectly steelmanned my.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, summarize it again.
Yeah, so it's that being a rainbow person is inherently selfish.
In what sense?
In the sense that I'm an atheist, I don't believe in Sky Daddy, and I just think it's selfish.
Do you think that it's selfish to not be having children 24/7?
No, because that's not possible.
Oh, but as soon as somebody is capable of getting pregnant, as soon as your girlfriend is capable of getting pregnant, do you think it's selfish to not be immediately impregnating her again?
Why do Christians not support teen marriage? Why do Christians not support teen marriage?
Unironically, because they believe in a fairy tale.
In a fairy tale? Why would they not support it?
Because they believe in a fairy tale.
Because you don't think they understand that young people don't understand the consequences of their actions, and that getting married that young probably isn't the best decision for somebody?
What the fuck does that have to do with gay marriage?
That's the whole point of why Christians don't support underage marriage.
Do you understand that you can get married at lots of different ages? Do you get that? Do you understand that?
Why it's not selfish? No, we've been going on like a whole discussion.
I've already asked you why is it selfish.
Why is it not selfish?
Explain why it is selfish.
Can you answer one of my questions? I've answered multiple.
Yeah, wait. I'm just asking for clarification on your question. Why would it be selfish?
It would be selfish because, according to my atheist worldview, it would be. Just because I feel like it.
Because?
Yeah, just because I feel like it.
Oh, yeah. So your argument is literally just because. Yeah, great job.
Because yours is also because. That's why my argument is that way.
Wait, where's my because?
So are you religious?
Wait, go ahead and demonstrate.
Are you religious?
No, sure aren't. Nope.
No, you're not. That's why I've been making these arguments to show that.
Yeah, wait. So where's the because in my worldview?
It's just subjective.
Go for it.
It's
I've told you like 3 or 4 times, and I understand you're confused right now because you've never had an atheist tell you that they believe in objective morality, so you're just not sure where to go with your dialogue tree. But I'll tell you for the 5th time, I believe in objective morality.
How would you determine objectivity?
How would I determine objectivity? That's just going to come down fundamentally to the value of empathy.
The value of empathy determines objectivity.
Empathy is a transcendental value in moral conversations. It's impossible to have a moral conversation without empathy.
Do you think it's empathetic to go up to somebody with Alzheimer's and say, you're stupid?
To a person with that's probably not very empathetic.
Would it be empathetic to confirm their delusion?
Of what?
Do you know what Alzheimer's is?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the delusion is because a delusion is a false belief.
You're not sure what the delusion of
What's
Alzheimer's is?
the false thing that a person with Alzheimer's believes? Because a delusion is a false
somebody with that condition thinks that there's a dinosaur in the room, is it empathetic for me to say, yep, there's a dinosaur in the room?
I don't think people with Alzheimer's believe that.
They literally do. There's been people that believe. What is Alzheimer's? Do you know what Alzheimer's is?
Yeah,
it's where you forget shit.
They kind of see stuff.
Okay. Well, if that's
for example,
case, then
Ian,
no,
sometimes they
of course, Ian didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, I only know that in regards to memory stuff. So if it's like more than that, then that's fine.
This is crazy.
Then I would say that you probably shouldn't. Like, I don't know. I don't really take a stance.
But you're not sure.
No, this is so crazy.
You're just.
I think. Well,
probably shouldn't. You're not fully set in stone.
Focus on like what's going to be the
that's
most
not
beneficial
empathetic.
thing.
That would go
also W dodge. W not showing where the because is in my worldview.
Yeah.
Where's the circularity in my worldview? Go ahead and demonstrate it.
Yours was also because. Why do you think I brought?
Yeah, wait. Go ahead. And where do I, in my worldview, have I said because?
Yeah, because you said we determine objectivity through empathy.
Yeah. So is objectivity comes from empathy the same thing as because? Are you stupid?
Yeah, sort of. It sort of is because when I just
it's sort of it. Yeah, if you like squint really deeply at it.
Can I answer?
The fuck? Wait, do you think anyone's gonna fall for this? That
do you want me to answer?
Objectivity comes from empathy is the same thing as saying, well, this is true because it's true. You really think that? You think that these are like the same thing as opposed to two separate things?
So that's why I brought up the Alzheimer's.
That's so pathetic. And I understand that you're getting slammed right now, which is why you're concussed. You have no idea where you are right now.
Would you like me to respond?
Oh yeah, you gotta calm down. Yeah, you should calm down. Sid, good boy.
Yes, Daddy. Can I respond?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the reason that I brought up the Alzheimer's example is to show it how empathy is such a crazy, and stupid determination of objectivity. Like, is it empathetic if somebody with Alzheimer's says, "Oh, I think there's shit on the ground. I should eat it." They see the shit on the ground. Should they eat it?
No, they shouldn't.
Why? Would it be empathetic?
Yeah,
to,
because it's empathetic in the sense that them eating shit is going to be very painful to them.
How do you determine what's painful or not?
That's just going to come down to specific neurochemical reactions that people get sick insofar as they eat shit. If someone eats shit, they get sick. This is not rocket science.
It's so simple. It's so simple, and you keep pivoting.
Yeah, no, wait, you don't know what a pivot is either. That's really funny.
Because of this.
Did you genuinely think that was a fucking pivot? Did you genuinely think that was a fucking pivot?
I just want you to answer.
Wait, what do you think a pivot is? Wait, define pivot. Go ahead.
I don't need to define pivot. You just did.
No, define pivot. You used the word define it.
Yeah, a pivot would be when somebody makes a claim and they want a specific response and you intentionally avoid answering the question.
No, that's not what a pivot is. A pivot is when you're talking about one thing and then you move to a completely separate issue that has nothing to do with the thing you were talking about.
No,
you don't even know what a pivot is. That's pathetic.
Ian did. Ian was literally in the middle of fucking answering your question.
Nah, you literally just did that.
You don't even know what a pivot is. That's sad.
Host. You should stop hosting lives and just have your friend host a live instead, because you're literally useless. You have to bring in another.
Damn, yeah, you should do. Wait. Do you want to? Speaking of pivots, that's an actual pivot. That's a genuine pivot. What you just did, pivoting to an outcome, that's an actual pivot.
What claim did you make that I pivoted from?
Yeah, so we were specifically talking about Alzheimer's, then you pivoted to an outcome against AG.
You didn't have a fucking claim.
And I understand that you got slammed so hard. You don't remember what happened 5 seconds ago.
I know you're
but you seem to be forgetting facts about the course of events.
I know you watch some videos and you're a cocky fuck, but
it's insane. I watched 1 hour long YouTube video, and I'm literally proving to 500 people why this fucking argument is so retarded.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Goody is literally a piece of shit.
Guys, put 1 if I'm right.
No, put 2 if he's a piece of shit.
Put 2 if I'm right.
No,
you're such a fucking.
Wow, look at all those ones. I mean, the initial condition is that you're a piece of shit.
Guys, they're putting 1. I'm right. They're putting 1. I'm right.
Ooh, got him.
They're putting 1, and there's some 2s. I guess I'm right on 1 and 2. This is crazy.
Damn.
Ian,
did you watch Q-Top and Darth Dawkins enough? I mean, you're pretty much just literally reincarnations of Darth Dawkins.
Who are those people?
Q-Top.
Who are those people?
Don't act like you don't know who they are.
No, I
did you watch like one Jay Dyer video?
Who's Jay Dagger? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah. No, for
Who's
sure.
Jay Dagger? What the heck?
Jay Dyer?
Who's that? Who's Jay Dyer?
Who's Jay Dyer? You have no idea?
Yeah. No, I have no idea who that is.
If you spend more time thinking about it, looking for it.
You should get really aggressive. Why do you think I've been getting aggressive? Continuously cut me off.
Well, you were aggressive before I got in here. That's actually why I came up here.
He doesn't cut you off. You've asked a question.
If you enter the room and you start matching the energy, I wasn't initially aggressive to you.
You certainly were aggressive towards
you were actually aggressive to me. You were actually aggressive to me and said two women shouldn't be emotional.
Not him. And I wasn't even aggressive.
But you were aggressive towards my friends. I'm sorry if you don't like it when someone who's much better than you at debate comes in and matches your energy, that you're scared, you need to run away and throw out all these terms that you don't understand, you need to forget the point.
I've literally been
go from point to point to point to point, make literally no inference, say things that are obviously not true. I've literally been talking through your rhetoric. Everyone sees through it. No one's falling for it.
Somebody said goody goons to Matt.
Yeah, wait, why are you you're so scared of the conversation you're running to the comments section.
Ian,
I'm not scared. I've been engaging with you.
Ian, can you run the how do you ground God's morality?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, how do you ground God's morality?
In the same reason that an atheist would or wouldn't.
Oh, and in the same way an atheist wouldn't?
Yeah, it's just subjective.
So if God said it's okay to
right?
rape babies, is raping babies okay?
No, that wouldn't be of his nature.
Oh, so it's not. Okay. And what grounds God's nature?
Can I explain?
What grounds God's nature?
You're not. Deep,
wait.
You're.
Wait. By the way, we're not getting an answer to this question. This is now in question, no longer answering mode. What grounds God's nature?
Would you want me to answer or no?
Yeah. What grounds?
Can I answer? Okay. So if you're a practicing Christian, what is a common thing to determine that God would never actually ask you to rape a child is because there's precedent of what's of his nature and what's not of his nature. Okay? So God is good, raping a child is not good. So then you'd be able to tell that action or that request is not of his nature. So it wouldn't be God, it would be faulty.
Hey, somebody sent me $6.66 just to say that you're lame.
You've never fucking heard that shit before, huh?
Yeah. Oh no, I've heard all that shit before. But I'm just wondering, what was the question? How do you think you answered it?
I literally just answered your question.
What was the question? Let's hear it. What question did I ask you?
Would it be okay if God said to rape a baby?
No, you forgot.
You just asked me that.
It's because you are concussed. You got slammed.
You literally just asked me that.
The question was what grounds God's nature?
Did you just say the R slur, by the way?
Wait, what did you ask me?
Yeah, what grounds God's nature was the question.
Yeah, and then I said it would just be subjective. I was trolling, and then you said,
you were trolling. That's what I love saying. I'm trolling whenever I don't have an answer. Do you think saying like I'm trolling is gonna fool anybody? Do you think anyone's falling for it?
You asked, would it be okay if God said to rape a baby, and I responded. You ever respond
I'm just wondering because you said it's not in His nature. What grounds God's nature?
The biblical text.
Oh wait, so the biblical text existed before God's nature existed?
No.
Oh, so then how can it ground it if it didn't exist?
Because God was in each one of us.
Oh wait. So did God have a nature before He created us?
Of course He did.
Thank you so much.
So where did this nature come from? What grounded this nature?
The nature has always existed. It was just self-evident.
Yeah, and what grounded it?
The text came to light.
What grounded the nature?
What?
What grounded
Were there
this
any
nature?
practicing Christians? Were there any practicing Christians before God existed?
Don't pivot, don't
Jesus
run.
existed?
What grounded the nature?
I'm literally answering your question. Were there any practicing Christians before Jesus came into the world?
A question isn't an answer, so I'm just wondering, what grounded God's nature?
No, that literally is the answer.
What grounded God's nature before he did anything, before he created anything?
Nobody knew.
What grounded his nature?
Nobody knew because there weren't any Christians.
You're not sure? So this is a piece of data that's radically unexpected on your worldview. The fact that God has a nature at all, you don't know. You're not sure.
Are you going to keep obfuscating? Just answer.
Wait,
the shit
can I just get an answer to the question that you keep on dodging? You've been dodging this.
I'm not dodging. You've been dodging this whole time.
I'm going to keep on asking you this question. In fact, what grounds God's nature?
I literally already explained to you.
What
the biblical text? Hold on, biblical text, and then you said,
yeah, and what grounds the biblical text?
I'm going to respond. Can I respond? Like, okay, this is the problem, right? Is you think you've tried to
pivot to meta where you got blown out on the substance.
You keep cutting me off. Can I respond?
Yeah, I'd probably run away from the substance if I lost as
I'm not running away. I would love to respond.
What grounds the Bible? Let's hear it.
Can I respond?
Are you going to answer?
Yeah. Just don't cut me off.
Go ahead. What grounds the Bible? Answer. Go for it.
Yeah, what grounds the Bible? So before Jesus was born, okay? God existed, right? God's always existed. Then Jesus comes into the world and he affects other people. He spreads his word through other people, hence the Bible. So then there's clear-cut precedent of what he believes and what he wants us to practice.
Did the Bible exist before Jesus spread his word?
Stop.
Did the Bible exist before Jesus spread his word?
Of course I can't finish.
Yeah, get used to disappointment. Did the Bible exist before Jesus spread his word?
Can I finish? That's not the point. That's completely irrelevant.
Wait, because you've actually just shot yourself in the foot hilariously.
That's not the sole determination
of nature. So you said God's nature is grounded in the fact of the Bible, but the Bible existed after God's nature did.
Of course I can't respond.
How is God's nature grounded by something that comes into existence in the future? How is it possible to ground God's nature in something that doesn't even exist at the time when God exists?
I literally responded, and you're intentionally avoiding everything I've said.
How can God be grounded by something that didn't even exist when God existed?
Because God existed before people knew about him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so what grounded his nature?
What are you talking about?
What grounded his nature?
I never determined that the Bible was the only source of determining God's nature.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let's hear the other sources.
I literally never once said that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, pivot away from the first answer.
Yeah, pivot. I'm not pivoting. I'm addressing your point.
What's the second answer that you'd like to take us?
I'm literally addressing your point.
What grounds God's nature? Give me the complete list of things that grounds God's nature. Let's hear it.
Yeah, you could determine the Bible. You could determine creation of life. You could look at
creation of life. Wait, so which came first, God's nature or the creation of life?
What'd you say?
Which came first, creation of life or God's nature?
Well, that's a really hard philosophical question. I don't know if I could answer that.
Yeah, Oh no, he has no answer. That's pathetic. You're pathetic.
I don't think the top Christian YouTube people could even answer that. That's a really hard question.
No, I think that they would. Well, actually, I do think that they could answer it. But I'm glad we've arrived at something that you're just completely clueless. You have no idea.
That's the active question. Like,
you have no idea. You're not sure.
Amongst Christians. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yep. Okay.
I don't think a bunch of like the popular Christian YouTubers or like priests are even sure about that either. That's my whole point.
Yeah. It's because your religion's fake.
It's fake.
It's because Ian has a really good argument.
That's fine. Hold on, stop. I'll grant it. Let me say God completely doesn't exist. Why would it be wrong for me? Why would it be wrong for me to follow the 10 Commandments? Why would that be wrong?
Oh, it wouldn't. I mean, so technically that would be contradictory.
So your only contention is you don't think God exists.
So, I mean, yeah, insofar as your God needs to exist, that's what you're citing for your homophobia, yeah.
So what would be wrong with a Christian practicing Christian values if they don't believe God exists?
What's wrong with them practicing Christian values? Depends which values.
What would be wrong with that?
Depends which values. The values contradict each other.
Give me an example of the contradiction.
Yeah, for example, God commands the slaughtering of the Amalekite babies, but also tells you to love thy neighbor.
What part of the Bible did that occur in?
1 Samuel 15:3.
Yeah, New Testament or Old Testament?
Was it morally perfect when he did it?
New Testament or Old Testament?
Was it morally perfect when
Answer
he did
the question.
Is God the same? Is God the same? Is God the same?
What is the context? What is the context behind the Old Testament?
The context behind that verse specifically is that 400 years earlier they lost a battle.
The Old Testament, not the fucking verse.
Of the Old Testament? So Yahweh, the Iron Age deity, created humans, and then these humans, this woman who was made out of a fucking rib, was goaded by a talking snake to eat from a magical tree. That's the context of your fairy tale.
Yeah, the Old Testament, was it a fallen world, yes or no?
I don't believe in the Old Testament. I don't believe it's
According to Christians, was the Old Testament a fallen world?
Well, I'm not going to answer about a worldview that's not mine. So if you just want to assert that it's a fallen world, you can do that.
Of course you can answer.
I don't think that. I'm not going to answer questions about a worldview that I don't know.
I'm asking, do Christians believe?
I'm so sorry. I'm not a Christian. I wouldn't know.
You don't have to be Christian.
You need to ask a Christian that question, not me.
Well, clearly you thought about Christianity a lot. So do Christians believe it's a fallen world? Yes or no?
You'll have to go ask a Christian.
Oh, of course. Yep. So let's keep dodging. You've accused me of dodging, and you're fucking dodging every time.
Yeah. If you want to affirm something about your worldview,
buddy, you are like the most like.
You don't need. Oh yeah, pivot to meta. Blown out on substance, pivoting to meta.
Dude, I'm like, how old am I?
Yeah, keep on gibbering. Nobody's legal, falling for it. You look terrible.
According to you twinks, I'm barely legal, and I'm literally spreading your.
Bro's getting blown the fuck out right now. It's genuinely pathetic.
God, your voice pisses me off so much.
Yeah, get mad.
Oh my God.
Get mad.
Sorry about it.
Like it actually like makes me upset. Like
get
so
mad.
upset.
Yeah. Calm down.
I know that your heart is racing.
You're gay though, right? You're definitely gay.
Oh, not really. It depends how you define that.
What do you mean not really? You're not.
If you're transphobic, then you might consider me straight.
Transphobic? Oh, so you're a girl.
Oh no, I'm like non-binary.
Oh, you're a girl.
I'm non-binary.
Oh, man, there it is, guys. There it is. It's a girl pretending to be a man.
No.
The mental delusion. Mentally deluded. It's a girl. It's a girl pretending to be a man. Holy fuck. Okay,
you figured it out.
Thank you for that. Oh my! I'm not gonna let this down.
Yeah. What's hilarious is you didn't listen, and so you kept going. But Ian's non-binary.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I did get. Oh, I don't know if he got flagged or if I got flagged.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he got flagged. Okay.
W.
He said the R. I think he said the R word a long time ago.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He got fucking demolished.
Yeah, he did. I don't fucking do the philosophical bro shit, but he came in hot and fucking heavy. And I was so thankful. You joined right as he was fucking... First of all, I just woke up from a nap. My brain's not all fucking here. And this motherfucker started screaming at me. I was like, I need to take a fucking chill pill. I know you just fucking watched a video on fucking philosophy and you want to fucking run it up. But good lord. And it doesn't make them look better. Like, as Christians, I'm just like... You guys think that it makes your position look good to act like that?
Yeah, no, it is pretty pathetic. What I will say, this is something that I've been running lately against precepts. I think the goal, whenever they ask you like how do you ground logic, how do you ground morality, you need to give them like a loopy little answer, like, well, I ground logic in like the semantics of words, well, I ground morality in like however you want to ground morality. And then you gotta just turn the question on them and be like, how do you ground morality? And then they'll say
it's
God.
So circular.
And you need to press them on what grounds God's nature. That's the win condition. God's nature is ungrounded, so they're not grounding anything. And you just need to point that out. You gotta turn the question on them and then keep on asking like what grounds that until they get to God's nature. And then you just ask them what grounds God's nature, and they lose.
You literally found a kink in their fucking argument, and like that was probably the smartest shit I ever heard from you, because I watch atheist and theist debate all the time, and like when you ran that argument in front of me for the first time, I was like, nobody could fucking answer that. One, it's circular.
It's like it's echoing really badly. I'm sorry. I gotta jump down. Yeah, but I should probably drop down anyway because I said some like angry stuff that'll probably get me banned. But thanks so much for having me up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ian. Take care. Okay. All right. Now I got a bunch of angry Christians in here, but I am just looking for debates about. This person was in my chat. What's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 24.
Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Yeah.
How come?
It's just not natural.
Define natural.
How we were made.
How we were made. That's not the definition of natural.
God. Yeah, no. Natural are things that occur naturally, innit?
Yeah, which would be in?
In what?
Which would be in?
In what? Oh, nature.
Yeah. So the definition of natural is what occurs in nature, okay?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So if it's not natural, but it's in nature, then it is natural.
Okay. So I believe, right. And
yeah, so are you going to concede to that it's not natural?
Well, I feel like
if you're not going to concede on that point, we can't really go anywhere.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that the feelings can come naturally, but however,
no, natural. I don't appeal to nature. You do, because you said it's not natural. Unless you're looking for the word normal. So which one is it?
Yeah, normal. Normal makes more sense.
Okay, so concede that on your last point. Then we can move on.
I do.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what I believe strongly, I know you're going to hate me, but I believe in religion. Okay, I'm religious.
Sweet.
But what I also believe is that I don't think that being LGBT is a choice, right? Okay. I think the choice is acting on it.
Cool.
And I've had conversations about this, even now in the comments, is that personally, I was with women, and I do like women, but after becoming religious, I can't do that anymore. I made a choice not to. No, cool. Why?
So I did the same shit, so what about it? So prove that it's wrong.
It's in the Quran.
Oh, it's in the Quran. Okay, so prove that your God is real. So your morals stand.
You can't. God is the one thing that you cannot prove.
Okay, that sucks. Then your morals go out the door. So then you have to prove to me within your own moral system that your morals are correct. If you can't prove God, then there's no morals.
But the only way to quote unquote prove God is to have faith in God.
Yeah, and what is faith? Faith is without evidence.
Belief. Yeah, it doesn't have to have evidence. Kind of like
see, I don't believe in anything. That's like logically lazy. I don't believe in anything that doesn't have evidence. There's nothing that I believe in my worldview that doesn't have evidence backing it. Besides, like, we're talking like definitions, like, that's sad. It's sad for me to believe in true things.
No, not that. Is that you can't have faith because you can't see something in front of you, like God.
I find that illogical and quite idiotic to believe in something that I can't see. Like, I mean, we have evidence to back up certain things that we can't see. That's not what I'm talking about. But specifically your God in the question here, I wouldn't believe in something that literally has no evidence backing it, but also has these moral heinous claims behind it. The Quran specifically, like, from what I've done my research on, like, condone slavery and lots of other horrendous acts, and most religions do. Yeah, it does. I mean, even the Bible does too. So
where?
The Quran.
Yeah, but where in the Quran?
I'll look it up because I don't know much about the Quran. I was given some.
And you said that there's no evidence that God exists, but do you have evidence that He doesn't?
You can't, that's like me saying, do I have evidence that, first of all, that's a negative claim. I don't have to prove that. But, no, it's like, I have the same evidence that, like, fairies don't exist, or like, not dinosaurs, sorry, like dragons don't exist.
But have you ever tried?
Have I ever tried what?
Religion.
Yes, I was religious for 20 years. I have Hebrew tatted on my neck. I was a Christian.
Why?
I'm an anti-theist and an atheist.
But why? What made you stop believing?
Because I had nothing to back up believing in God. I was given several arguments against God, especially the Christian God, and a lot of the actual Bible itself is fucking heinous. Not only that, but I couldn't argue. I just had never critically thought if God actually existed, because you're indoctrinated into these belief systems. Thank you so much, Art, by the way.
Yeah, but then again, the Bible, I can easily say that it was written by thousands and thousands of people and changed over time, whereas the Quran has never ever changed. Ever.
Yeah, it's only 500 years old. You also took off of the Bible. You guys literally took stories from the Bible.
No.
Yeah. So the New Testament was a bite off of the Old Testament, the Torah. The Torah is a bite off of paganism. The paganism is a bite off of the religion before that. You guys all just bite off of each other. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah or Lot in your book is literally a bite off of Christianity. You can't tell me anything other, because the Bible was before the Quran, and somehow the same fucking name is in your book that was in the Bible that was older than your book.
Yeah, actually, the Quran.
Everything is borrowed. You guys bite off of each other.
It's not that.
It's hilarious. You can see it all. Just because it doesn't change doesn't do shit for me. Yeah, it's the same fucking book. Who cares?
The Quran has confirmed and acknowledges the existence and the beliefs of the Torah.
Cool. The Quran just makes claims. You can't even prove your God is real. So why does that matter? The Quran just makes claims about things and also gets it wrong.
Guess what wrong?
Like scientific claims. The Quran specifically thinks that you're what is it? Hold on. Do you really believe that the moon was split in half?
It was not split in half. There was a split in the moon.
Yeah, so where is that?
You can actually look it up.
Yes, so where is that? And okay, so where is that? Where's that split in the moon?
I can find you the source if you want.
Yeah, but it can't be biased.
No, I'll find the source. Hold on.
Cool.
So. Okay. Okay, if you go on... Can I give you the website?
Yes, please.
So it's article dot sapub.org.
Say it again.
Org. O-R-G.
No, before that.
Oh, article dot...
What's the name of the article?
The evidence of the split of the moon. Published by Scientific and Academic Publishing.
And it's article dot sapub.org?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see when this was written. Okay, so yeah, so here's going to be the hard part for you is that Muhammad says that he did that, but this is all talking about the crack of the moon.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's what the Quran claims, that Muhammad split the moon.
He didn't split the moon.
Okay, so then what? So then the Bible, the Quran. What does the Quran claim?
Okay, so the Quran claims that there are major and minor signs of the Day of Judgment. One of them being this, that it will happen throughout time. When the Quran was brought down or whatever, it didn't say that it already happened. It said that it will, and it's one of the signs of. It's one of the minor signs, I think, of the Day of Judgment. But as far as I know, it didn't say that it happened. It said that it will.
As far as I'm literally like when you're reading, hold on. I'll show them. He split the moon into two parts. This is the Quran. This is the Quran right now here that says that. Where is it? Prophet Muhammad itself is reported in the Hadith that was sent. Blah 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 blah. Holy prophet, doomsday prophet. When he split the moon into two pieces, and then he rejoined them. This is in the Quran.
Do you have the verse?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll spell it. ALQAMAR1.
Wait, sorry, ALQ?
Yeah. AL dat or
yeah.
What do you call that fucking thing? The dash and then QAMAR.
Oh, Qamar, that means the moon. Okay. And what verse?
It says 1.
Okay.
And then there's maybe it's 1-3. I don't know. I've never read the Quran.
The hour has drawn in the spirit. Okay, I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, okay, this is the problem. Fuck. Okay, so obviously the Quran was written in Arabic, right? The Quran is in Arabic. Now, when it translates to English, it's not that it's not literal, because it is, but the way that it's written here doesn't mean that it has happened. So it's saying that this is what is, like, if you read the whole entire verse, which you might want to do one day.
Likewise, the great sign of doomsday is the miracle of the prophet when he split the moon into two pieces, then he rejoined them. The miracle of moon splitting is significant from another point of view. But, I mean, you can't even prove that God's real, so this is kind of all irrelevant because you can't prove God's real.
Okay, so my question is, again, if we're going to say that God isn't real, let's just take the Quran into consideration, and let's take the minor.
I'm not taking a book into consideration, especially about morals. If the God doesn't exist, therefore the book has no morals in it. It doesn't hold any claims. It doesn't hold any significance. It doesn't hold any value. So then you just need to break down to me in your own morals why being a lesbian would be wrong.
I can get there, but my question was going to be, how, if you're going to tell me that it's false or it doesn't exist, then how are all the major and minor signs happening right now? What? That was said in the Quran. The major and the minor signs of the Day of Judgment, many of them have already happened.
Yeah, but the Bible says that too. So give me a specific one. Give me a specific one.
Of course it does. Okay.
The Bible says the same shit. Every religion thinks that it's the times are coming right now because they point to a river or they point to something natural in the world and they think that somehow is a sign because things are coming true. I don't. That doesn't really give me anything.
How though? Because how would you have predicted?
Because we have natural occurrences. Miracles are just natural occurrences, like or your miracles or things like that. Like specifically, like in the biblical Christians right now, there's like the specific river that's drying up, that's been drying up and dries up because rivers do dry up. But in the Bible, it talks about this river drying up and that's a sign. Like it's all confirmation bias. It's just what you want to hear and see. And so you're going to see something, but that doesn't make it like have anything to do with your deity.
Okay, one sign
especially
that I
can't prove your fucking Euphrates.
One sign that I can say, a few signs here. It does speak about the war that's happening right now with Israel and Palestine. It not specifically that. It says Arabs and the Jews, but that's obviously what it's referring to. It speaks
okay, cool.
about,
so they can like guess shit correctly. Cool. Did they say that the Israelis and Palestinians are going to get into a war?
It does speak about Israel somewhere. I just don't know where.
Okay, cool. This doesn't prove your God's real.
Well, that's because you're so close-minded to it, though. Obviously,
I'm not close-minded.
But you're not even questioning it. Like
no, I do so much research. Like literally, I do question these things. I have to have actual arguments against this. Not only that, but I do question these things, especially if you give me a good argument. But that doesn't matter. Like these things don't matter to me. They're not like sufficient enough to prove anything to me because your book like made a claim and then you somehow associate it with this thing as if like things can't happen.
But don't you ever wonder that what if
like you didn't claim like your book doesn't claim like these miraculous things. Your book claims natural things. Now, like specifically, like I just gave you, like the Prophet Muhammad splitting the moon in half. That is something that like if you could prove to me that would prove something supernatural. But you're just claiming natural things that are happening. So that's not proving anything because your entire claim and your entire religion is based off of something supernatural.
Okay, so my question to you in that case
would be, Ben, thank you.
What happens if the day that you
thank you, Tessa.
unalive, I guess, I don't know what the real word is, but when your time comes, right?
Yeah.
do you ever think about if
No,
there
I
is
don't
an
care.
afterlife, how you
Pascal's
feel?
wager. No, it's going to be the same way that I wasn't here, and I'm not going to be here again. I
But
won't
do you
know.
question
My
what
brain is
would
going to release a
happen?
bunch of chemicals. What do I think is going to happen? I have no
like, do
fucking
you
idea.
question what would I do if it
Nobody has any fucking clue. Nobody has
Exactly,
nobody's
of
come back to
course.
tell you. Nobody's come back to tell you, right? Because they're
course
all
not.
fucking dead. They're all gone.
Exactly, but do you never think, what if there is an afterlife, then what? Do you never think that?
Yeah, I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? Because it's
I don't
eternal.
care. That's fear mongering. That's what your religions teach you, is to fear monger, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Let's say that there's a Pascal's wager, that there's fucking some afterlife. Cool. Let's say it's yours. I don't care. Okay, so does the Muslim religion believe in hell?
Yeah.
You believe in hell?
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's horrendous, and I'd rather be there than with a God that would create a binary a world like that. I would rather be there than with your
He
God.
didn't create hell.
Then who did?
Lucifer chose to leave, and then
Who
hell
created
was
Lucifer?
there was a division.
Who created Lucifer? Who created Lucifer?
This is what I needed to understand, is that everyone
Who
thinks that
created
religion...
Lucifer? Who created
getting
Lucifer?
there. I'm getting there. You need to
Okay.
hear my argument, though. Obviously, God did. But
Okay.
everyone thinks that if you follow religion...
Is your God all knowing?
God is all-knowing, but
Cool. So he created Lucifer. He created Lucifer, knowing he was going to fall. Created this set of circumstances. Yeah. You don't need. Yeah. Do you have free will in heaven?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So then you could have. If you have free will in heaven, then he could have created a set of circumstances set of circumstances on Earth with the same set of circumstances of free will, but he chose not to. He chose to create this fucking fucked up world under your worldview. He did. He did. Under your worldview, he created all of this. In my worldview, I have explanations for everything that happens. For example,
So do I.
know no, you don't. You just think God did it or Satan did it. That's your fucking example of everything.
No.
Yeah. Every evil thing that happens, you believe it's Satan.
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, is that people think that because I believe in a God, right, that people that believe in God and the Quran and whatever, claim that any good thing is God, any bad thing is the devil. That is not the case.
Well, thank God. You're a lot smarter than the fucking Christians I talk to all day.
No, but if I commit a crime, I chose to commit a crime. Whether I was tempted by my friends, whether I was tempted by my circumstance, the point is, I have free will. I chose to do that. Right? So, my decisions...
Yeah, but your binary fucking heaven and hell is fucking, like, one, so unjust, it's not even funny. It's so unjust. For example, I'll give you an example. For people like me, and the person that was just up here before, Ian, like my friend Ian, if both of us need... a lot of evidence to believe in these things. Your deity knows what we would need to believe in that specific deity, but chooses not to give us that evidence. Therefore, we go and spend an eternal hell. We go and spend an eternal hell in these places for fucking absurd reasons. For just like this, I just need more evidence to believe in a deity.
But
and
that's
also,
the thing. That's where faith comes in, because
and faith is bullshit. Faith is not a reliable source to come to truth. Faith will never and has never become will never be a reliable source to come to truth whatsoever. If I can use faith to believe in like fairies and unicorns, why would that be a reliable source to come to truth?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that that's the reason God gave us free will. The earth...
It doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Faith is not a reliable source to come to truth.
It's obviously not, but that's where faith comes in. You don't need proof.
You don't understand what I'm saying. 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 You genuinely don't understand what I'm saying. Is faith a reliable source to come to truth?
It's not a reliable source.
So then why the fuck would I use faith to believe in something?
Once you have faith, you don't need proof. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why would you want to believe in something that isn't backed in evidence?
Because the greater good, the reward outweighs the risk.
No, your only reward is that you get to go to heaven. That's in your worldview.
It is, AG.
No, in your worldview, you believe your only benefit out of this is that you get to go to heaven if it's real. But what if it's not real? What if your God? What if Satan's so powerful? He's actually God, and he tricked you. And the atheists go to heaven, and the fucking theists go to hell.
That's crazy.
No, it's crazy to you, but that's Pascal's wager. That's Pascal's wager. What about it?
Okay, so let me answer your question. If, for example, I die, I don't know if I can say that, but whatever, and there's nothing after that, and I would have wasted my life being religious, obviously, first of all, I can't really care or not care because I'm dead, but in reality, it wouldn't have been for nothing because I would have lived my life good. But, however,
I also live my life good.
I'm sure you do. You seem like a good person, but I would rather believe in God and if it turns out that there is an afterlife, then okay, amazing, I'm rewarded, rather than risking being a bad person, not believing or whatever, and then what if there is a hell and then I'm doomed forever?
I don't care for Pascal's wager. The same way, okay, are you afraid of the Christian hell?
It's the same thing.
Are you afraid of the Christian hell?
I'm afraid of hell.
Period.
Yeah, period. Because the Abrahamic religions believe in the same hell.
Yes. Do you think that that's fair? Like, you're scared of a God that would create that set of circumstances. That's not an all-loving God. For example, let's say I'll give you a great example of this. Let's say I say you and I go on a date, okay? Mm-hmm. And if you go on this date with me, you'll be the happiest you've ever been. But if you don't go on this date with me, then I'm going to lock you in my basement and set you on fire. That's the set of circumstances your God created for you. He didn't have to, but he chose to. He created this binary heaven and hell. It's bullshit, it's unjust, and it's unfair. And you claim that your God is all good. That's a contradiction. That can't exist.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you commit a crime, a very serious crime, do you deserve to serve time?
Yes. Depends.
Same thing with heaven and hell. Because hell is not always permanent.
Yes, but it's no. Because your God's hell is for eternity. So it's not, like, I don't serve, it depends on the crime I commit. Also, we're talking about legality. Yeah. But, like, would you, I'll give you an example. In the Christian worldview, do you believe, how does the start of the Quran go? How do you believe that people came into existence?
Adam and Eve.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're paying the price for Adam and Eve's sins, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Is that just? Let's say me and my friend commit a crime. We go and commit this heinous crime. Instead, what I do is we go before court and we blame the whole thing on you, and you have to suffer the rest of your life in jail for the rest of your life, in prison. Sorry, is that fair and just?
No, but can I explain? The story with
answer
Adam
the
and
question.
Eve, no, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay.
However,
no, you're indoctrinated to believe this is just, and it's not just to send everybody else to eternal hell or
that's not the
eternal
case.
damnation.
I'm trying to explain. Wait. The thing about one difference that I've learned, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you know more about this, but I did study Christianity in school. But one thing that I've seen a major difference in is that in the Christian Bible, the story of Adam and Eve is more, metaphorical, whereas in the Quran, it's more like straight up, this is what happened.
Christians and theists can never agree on shit when it comes to the Bible. What I do applaud about Muslims is that y'all are very consistent for the most part. My bosses are Muslim, so they're great people, and the way that y'all go about things, you don't shove shit down people's throats. You guys are genuinely usually really good people, whereas Christians are like shove the shit down your throat, and you're like, you genuinely are only asking me why I don't believe. I can tell you have a good heart, but anyways,
to be honest, it's a very big sin to like shove it down people's throats, so I wouldn't, but I would obviously have conversations about it.
Yeah, but whereas the Christian worldview, totally different. Christians,
that's not good.
Yeah, but I forgot what we were talking about. Anyways,
Adam and Eve.
Yeah, so I don't believe that it's fair to make the entire world suffer because of two people's decisions. Because I know that if it were you and me, let's say in the Garden of Eden, I don't know how your world was it called the Garden of Eden in the Quran?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Okay, yeah. So like in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, I don't believe. I know for a fact if you and I were in there, we wouldn't have eaten from the tree of knowledge. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Especially because I come from a religious background. I would have never eaten from that. So, now the rest of fucking humanity has to pay for that?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to explain, is that in Christianity, that's what they believe. In Islam, it's not exactly that. So we do believe that there was like a snake and it was the devil, whatever, right? So we don't believe that it was Adam or Eve's fault for eating. It was more the devil that obviously was an angel, and then he decided to rebel against God, and then he decided to go tempt one of them, whatever. The blame always goes back to Lucifer in the Quran.
Hi.
Hello. It always goes back to Lucifer in the Quran, right? We don't believe that we're paying for Adam or Eve's sins, and we don't believe we're paying for anyone's sins. We believe, this is what I try to explain, is that we do have free will to choose. If I'm tempted, I'm angry, and I'm tempted to hurt someone, we believe that obviously there is temptation that is fueled by whatever, it's fueled by rage or whatever, but then I have the choice not to do anything about it, not to hurt that person. So it comes from me. It doesn't come from the devil or God. It comes from me and my morals and where they stand. And that includes religion as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think we're kind of at a dead stop here. I appreciate you. Maybe we can debate another time.
I don't know what is the argument here.
Thank you for the conversation.
They're just religious, but there wasn't really. It's just against their religion. That's it. But they're
in
super
reality, in the Quran, it doesn't say anything about women. It says something about men, and it's interpreted differently in different contexts.
But also, it's more in your religion. It's more just acting upon it. So we would essentially have to be celibate. It's looked at the same. And here's actually the actual problem I have with this, because this is something I talk about with my bosses. Because when my bosses talk to me about it, they'll say it's acting on it, kind of like whenever I drink. And I say that's not really fair, though, right? Because you even came up and you said you don't think it's a choice. And so like that's where I find it unfair. Because then you would have to prove to me where it's wrong. Because if you're just saying it's wrong because God said so, well. That's not enough for me, because like then you have to prove that God's morals, for example, like I don't know your Quran, so I can't really go through your God's morals, whereas I can go through like the biblical morals of God. So I wouldn't trust God's morals, because God when I'm talking about the like the Bible's morals, because he condoned
like,
slavery.
I don't know why you don't just go like the Aisha route, right? When we're talking about like the overall credibility of the morality of their religion.
Because I have friends that tell me it's Islamophobic, and I need to do more research on it.
You have friends that tell you it's Islamophobic.
It's not Islamophobic. I believe
it's not Islamophobic to critique a religion.
Okay.
I don't think it's Islamophobic. However, I do not believe that she was. What did you say the other day I spoke to you to see? She was 6.
Yeah, she was around 6 years old, right? The hadiths say that. If you don't believe in the hadiths, I don't know why. But like scholars look at this. She was very much not conveniently 18 years old.
I mean, she talks about playing with dolls. We know that.
Yeah, so I don't know what 18-year-olds playing with fucking dolls. But like we're gonna have to talk about the overall like the overall like validity of your religion's morality when being lesbian is wrong, but being a P3DO isn't.
What I can say about that is what I know is that she was 15. No, it does not make it okay.
She wasn't even 15.
What I do know about is that there's two separate parts. There's two different Muslims groups. So there's a group that believes in something completely different.
Shia and Sunni,
Yes. And so, what I know about those, and then one believes that she was 15 and older based off of different hadiths, and then the other ones, but this is recent where it's come out where they've changed it.
Yes.
And so that's where the critiques are, is for the longest time, it was she was 6 years old or 9 years old, 6 to 9 years old. And so recently, now that there's been like scrutiny against it, now they're changing the age. What is your opinion on that?
Okay, so my opinion on that is in the Quran, in the actual Quran, not the Hadith, it does not specify an age. Hadiths, I forgot if it was Sunnis or Shias, but Hadiths are not something you have to go by in my
they're more like prophets, right? They're just more like prophets. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't really follow the Hadith personally.
Yeah. I have a friend. I have a friend who is Jewish, and she is also like very fluent in the Islam religion, so she typically debates with Muslims a lot. And so I learn a lot from her when she debates Muslims.
I would like to know like where these particular translations or interpretations come from that says that she was not a literal toddler.
I mean, because
it talks about, doesn't specify.
In the Quran, doesn't it talk about her playing with dolls?
That doesn't mean that we get to specify that she was conveniently 19 or 15.
No, she wasn't.
And even still, 15 years old is fucking insane.
15 years old is insane.
Right. No, so your God thinks that being 15 years old and consummating with an elderly man is okay, but being a lesbian is not.
It's not that. It's that back in the day, way back when people married younger.
So I don't care about this though. This is your God. Is your God timeless or not? Does your God change?
But God didn't make the people get married. God didn't make anyone do anything.
No, but marriage is important in your religion. Does God not think marriage is important?
Yes, he does.
Okay, right. So then your God does care about these things. He does make people get married.
What do you think about the Quran that supports child marriage? 65:4, the idea of those.
But wait a minute. I really want to ask this question though.
Okay, no, you're good.
If your God is timeless, I don't give a fuck when this happened. Your God doesn't give a fuck when this happened, right? So do you believe that it is like morally justifiable for a 60-year-old to marry and consummate with a 15-year-old?
No.
Okay, then so your 60. God is wrong.
He wasn't 60.
So she's okay. So then how old does Prophet Muhammad have to be for this to be okay?
No. Okay, so if you're going to ask me about my personal opinion, I don't think anyone should get married below.
So you think your God is wrong?
No, I think God didn't tell anyone to get married at that age or have kids.
Do you think Muhammad is wrong?
Okay, but this doesn't make any sense though, because who do you think Prophet Muhammad is? Was he not God's right hand man?
One of the best prophets, and he's the last.
Is Prophet Muhammad not your version of Jesus?
No, not our version of Jesus. I'm
just saying this in like a super colloquial sense. Like, was Prophet Muhammad not a sinless man?
No, he wasn't a sinless man.
Where are you getting that from?
I'll find it for you. Hold on.
So then why do we give a shit about Prophet Muhammad?
We don't. I didn't bring him up.
What sect of Islam are you from?
Honestly, for where I'm from, we don't say Sunni or Shia. It's kind of, we all believe the same things. It's more Middle Eastern that belief. So I don't know.
What sect of Islam are you from?
What do you mean sect?
If you don't hold to Prophet Muhammad, what type of Islam do you celebrate here?
Okay, so we believe, my culture, my people, my family, we believe that Prophet Muhammad was the last prophet and one of the greatest prophets. What we believe, he's also human, so he did commit sins.
Do you think Prophet Muhammad's in heaven?
Heaven is.
do you have a heaven?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so do you think he's in heaven?
Actually, no one's in heaven based on our beliefs at the moment.
Right. So when everything, it's the same thing in Christianity. When everything's said and done, is he going to heaven?
Yes.
So a P3DO is going to heaven?
I believe. So
your God, so it doesn't matter what your overall belief system regarding, one second, it doesn't really matter what your overall belief system regarding Prophet Muhammad is or how old he was. What we know for a fact is that he was an adult and that you believe that when everything is said and done, that he will go to heaven to be with your God, which means that your God thinks P3Dophilia is perfectly fine. Or that P3DOs can make it into heaven. And if you disagree with that, you disagree with your God.
I can't comment on that because I don't know. I don't know where he's going.
You literally can. You're saying that your God either believes in P3Dophilia and is perfectly valid for that, or you don't believe in P3Dophilia, but your God does, therefore you disagree with your God that has subjective morality.
In the Quran, it specifically says, in Prophet Lut's story, that man shall not lie with boy, which means P3Dophilia.
No, it doesn't matter. Is it still P3Dophilia when it's a girl?
No, it's the same thing.
Okay, right. That would be yes then. So right. So then it would still be P3Dophilia if it's also a girl. Yes. Okay, so then this translation doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. But I'm saying that in the Quran, it's P3Dophilia is not okay.
But clearly it is, though.
Actually, the Quran actually does specifically. You have to be in menstruation for 3 months.
Yeah, but 6-year-olds can do that though.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying is that like no matter what your book does condone like marrying anybody who has their menstrual cycle for 3 months, which we know is underage.
Right.
65 4.
Okay, yeah. So if your religion stipulates that a person must have like their first blood for the next 3 months, that implies that a 6-year-old can be married and consummated.
I'm looking it up. I can't comment until I read it. Hold on.
Thank you, Melissa, so much.
So
I think it's 65-4, and then there's Sarah 65 is also blood. One who has not yet menstruated has to have been married then.
In Surah and Nisa, right?
Is this an anti-Islam live? No, the fuck it's not.
Sorry,
you guys don't say this shit.
1
second, Leah. You guys don't say this shit in regards to Christianity. Critiquing religion does not mean that you're anti that religion. You should critique religion. Okay? And if you think we're wrong, please, I beg you, come up and prove that we're wrong. And if you can't, stop watching from the sidelines. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I don't think this is Islamophobic at all. I think we should question things, but I'm just reading it. Sorry, hold on.
Melissa, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
Also, chat, the 72% divorce rate in lesbians is because women are less likely to stay in relationships that they're unhappy with. That's a good thing.
Something that applies to divorced females after they consummate. Okay.
Oh, okay, I found it. So it says...
Okay, hold on. I read it wrong. Yeah. My bad. But it's talking about someone who hasn't been menstruated. The idea is something that applies to divorced females after they are consummated.
Yeah, what I found is that it speaks, about women before menopause who miss their period. It begins with saying, and those women who don't have periods and are carrying child. So it's referring to a specific situation, not not children.
What?
Did that make sense? Sorry, I'm reading and trying to speak
No,
at
because
the same
that doesn't
time.
happen in like healthy females. You only don't get your period when you're like pregnant, and you only go through menopause when you're like 60, and that's never been the case in any religion where it's okay for you to get married when you're 60 years old. So that's never been the case. I think basic deduction would in common sense would determine that.
But it's not referring to children. That's what I'm reading.
It says those who have not yet menstruated. What does that mean?
Where does it say that? Well, what does it say exactly?
So it's 65-4, and then I think it's hold on one second.
Yeah, I'm reading as well. Okay, so this particular chapter that you're reading is Surah An-Nisa. It's the chapter that's literally labeled women. And apparently this verse speaks about the kinds of women that don't menstruate, and those that are beyond menopause, and those that are due to deliver.
What woman doesn't menstruate?
Me.
Do you not have a period at all?
No.
And those are the women that get married?
Okay, but who are the ones who have yet to menstruate?
Right,
no,
but
kids,
this verse is talking about marriage, no?
Okay, but in the verse when it's saying one who has not yet menstruated in 65, Surah 65.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no.
65-4, right?
It's 65-4, yeah.
Okay.
So yet reach the age of menstruation. What does that mean?
Before menstruation?
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
Kids.
who are the people who cannot menstruate yet?
Children. But where does it say yet?
65-4.
Okay.
I don't know if your Quran is like the Bible where you have different versions. I don't know if the Quran is the Quran all the same all around?
No, it's all the same, but it's the translations in English that are different.
Yeah, it's the interpretation.
Okay. Hold on.
And even the English translations are sometimes not even accurate in terms of punctuation and things like that, so it's a bit complicated. But I'm just trying to throw into.
Yeah. All I'm reading is, as for your woman past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. And those who have not yet menstruated as well are those, as those for who are pregnant, their waiting period ends with delivery. Let me read the verse before this as well. 1 second. Sources.
Hold on. I was just showing you
This is talking about.
Oh, okay. So in this explanation that I found, and I don't know if it's like accurate or whatever, but in this explanation that I found by someone, it says that those who have not menstruated are referring to those who are pregnant.
Exactly. So what pregnant woman in Islam is pregnant without being married already?
What? No, it's referring to people who are pregnant, so they obviously don't menstruate.
Right, but this is talking about marriage. The context of this verse is marriage. So what pregnant woman in Islam is what do you mean no? Is the context not marriage, AG?
It doesn't specifically say marriage, no.
Yes.
Where does it say that?
So, 65...
Why would they be talking about this then?
No, that's what I'm trying to, like, I'm genuinely trying to understand.
Okay. This woman who have lost all expectation shall be 3 months, 12 in case there's certain any doubt. To those who have not yet menstruated, 13 as for pregnant women, their waiting period shall be until 12. 14 Allah will create ease. Hold on. Therefore, making mention of the waiting period for the girls who have not yet menstruated clearly proves that it is not only permissible to go with them.
Found it. So I read it in Arabic, and the Arabic translation is those who no longer expect menstruation among your women. So no longer. So meaning.
Can you read the full verse, please, so we know the context?
Yeah. So it's and those who. Oh, the whole thing. Like where it's
so we need to know the context because you're denying that the context is marriage, but like a woman in Islam is not going to be pregnant unless she already has a husband.
Yeah, no, because 65:4 exactly, the one that you quoted to me starts like this. It starts, and those who no longer expect menstruation among your women. If you doubt, then their period is 3 months. And for those who have not menstruated, for those who are pregnant, their term is until they give birth, and whoever fears Allah, he will make for him of his matter ease. That's exactly what it says. Translated.
What?
Wait, what did you not understand?
That didn't make grammatical sense.
I know, it's because of the translation, but this is
no, it doesn't make grammatical sense because it doesn't give context for what it's talking about. What is it referring to? Why is it making these stipulations? For what? For what process?
Okay, so surahs, the way they work.
Do you know who Kathir is? Kathir? I don't know how to say his name. Do you know who Kathir is? Kathir? Ibn Kathir?
Oh, Ibn Khatir, yeah?
Yeah, you know who he is?
I don't know who he is. No, I don't.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Why? Did he say something about it?
He's a 1300 historian. Yes, he agrees that it's about kids, and he goes in depth about it.
Yeah,
I can send it to you.
Like you're telling me the rules, but you're not telling me what the rules are for, right? That's what I'm asking you. So where does it state what these stipulations are for?
Okay, so the way that surahs work, surahs are chapters, right? So this is simply a verse. Now this surah is
right. So read me the verse before that. That would typically.
Let me find it.
The verse before or after it that would typically provide the context for these
Thank
rules.
you so much for the galaxy.
Oh, Surah 65.
You're the best, Melissa. Thank you so much.
But okay, the verse before it won't give you sense either.
Okay, because so then why are you reading this and then just making a random claim? We need to find what the context is.
I'll tell you why. Because when we were speaking about this, I think it was AG that referred to verse 65:4. And this is what 65:4 says. Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm so sorry. But
it's okay.
But the guy that we're talking about, I can send you the link that I'm reading about the explanation of the verse, and he specifically says, because he explains all the verses. Jess, thank you so much for the hat and mustache. He specifically says, the Quran 65:4. As for those of your women who read, I can't pronounce these words, in both instances no longer expect to menstruate. If you have any doubts of their waiting period, their prescribed waiting period shall be 3 months. And also for those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age, their period shall be also 3 months. Both cases apply to other than those whose spouses have died. For these latter, their period is prescribed in the verse. They shall wait by themselves for 4 months and 10 days. And those who are pregnant, their term to the conclusion of their prescribed waiting period, if divorced, or if their spouses be dead, shall be when they deliver. And whoever fears God, he will make matters ease for them in this world and hereafter. And those of your women who have renounced the hope of experiencing menstrual courses again, and you are in doubt of the date, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I'm trying to see. Waiting period of women in menopause, and that is... I can send you the specific link I'm reading about his explanation of it being about children. Marrying children.
Please do.
Okay. How are we booking? I want to let me copy the link. What the fuck is going on? So weird. Hold on
Some random guy's explanation. He's not a random guy. He's a fucking historian. That's kind of his job.
1300.
But then I can also ask, because there are different historians that contradict each other on this. So then, how will we define what is real?
That's why I asked you in the very beginning to prove your God, because at the end of the day, all that really matters is if your God is real or not. And if you can't prove that to me, the book goes out the door.
And even still, these historians, unless you can find a historian that said that she was like, let me tell you something. There is not a single age confirmed of Aisha that is appropriate.
Yeah.
There's
I
not.
agree.
Right.
I
So
agree.
then either way, you're going to have to tell me why your God thinks a 60-year-old or so marrying a 19-year-old is okay.
Again, times
And if
were
you
different.
it doesn't matter. Your God is timeless. That means he would believe for this to also be okay today. But you don't. Which means that
But
you
the age
disagree
of-
with your objective moral God.
The age of consent has changed throughout the years. if
You
we're going
don't
to speak
care about that.
art.
Your God is objective, which means that it is divorced of all of our changing societies. And if you disagree with your God now, that means you disagree. Is your God all good?
Yeah.
Right. That means you disagree with an all good God. What is something that disagrees with an all good God? It must be all bad.
No.
Why not?
So, if I'm speaking of God and the Quran, I agree with God and the Quran. I don't have to
You
agree
cannot
with
agree with
everything
God
every
and the
prophet has
Quran if you
done.
disagree with this sentiment.
But this sentiment is not specified in the Quran.
The Quran literally specifies that it is okay to marry and consummate children as long as they have their period.
But from the verse that you have provided me with, that doesn't confirm that.
And even
So
and I'm telling you that even if you don't take this, even in the other historians, the oldest age that people have for Aisha is about 19 to 20 years old, and that is still not appropriate. And you would agree with that, right?
I would agree that it's not appropriate.
Exactly. That
for a
means it doesn't matter what it
19-year-old to
is.
be
It
with
doesn't
a
matter what her age
6-year-old,
is. You
but that's still
disagree.
consensual.
Aaliyah, it doesn't matter. You disagree with your God.
I
That is the
disagree with
issue.
what the Prophet has done. I don't agree. I don't
No.
disagree with God.
This is a standard that is the Quran. So the entirety of the Quran is it not God's word? Is it not God's preferences?
What?
Is the Quran not God's preferences?
It's God's word, yeah.
Okay, is it his preferences?
Yeah.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. You're canceling yourself out then. It doesn't matter. You disagree with your God's preferences and your God is objective.
But being a religious person does not mean I have to agree with every
Aaliyah,
single.
I know, I agree.
Aaliyah,
Yeah,
how old are you?
yeah. 24.
24.
Yeah.
Have I talked to you before?
I think I have spoken. I've spoken to both of you, I think.
It's not K.
Because
I've spoken to the Sheikah for sure.
Okay, you're not, and you haven't.
I haven't what? You're stressing me out.
It's not K. AJ. It's not K.
Because I have a video recording of the exact same account with the same picture that Lily.
No, this is a picture I took yesterday. Please find it and I swear to you, it wasn't me.
I will.
Somebody else has purple lights.
Hold on one second. Let me see. I'm gonna look because it's in my Discord.
Crying.
Please find it because it's not me.
Your laugh is different. So we're good. Your laugh is different. We're good.
Crying, bro.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like we're kind of just going in circles, but I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Especially, I typically, you're not the same girl. Sorry,
but I always, but that's why I always say, because I don't think people who are Islamic are bad people. I just think they're not truly Islamic.
I think you have better morals, and I typically say this with most religious people, is that you guys have better morals than your own God. But what I do believe is that like you guys are the most like dedicated. And like the things that you're dedicated to are good things. So like when I'm anti-theist, I'm typically anti-theist against like most like religions, specifically like Christianity, because it's fucking horrendous. But like the things that I see are like my like Muslim coworkers are praying nonstop, or the things that they care about are very different than like the Christian worldview. And so like I have a lot of respect in that aspect, and I know there's bad in every fucking religion, but majority of like majority of the Muslims that I meet, especially my bosses and coworkers, are the sweetest people I've ever met.
Oh no, I agree. I do agree that Muslims tend to be more humble than Christians and at least mind their own fucking business, and I respect that about them. Honestly, which is why I don't debate with Muslims that often, because they don't care.
Well, because they don't come up here, and you won't like, I don't know, you're not angry.
Like, Allah loves you. No, they mind their fucking business. You know what I mean?
And you're not angry either. You know your place, which I think is really nice. But I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day. Okay.
Thank you too.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Muslims being humble, they typically are.
They're very humble.
The only time you ever see a bunch of Muslims in the street is that they're all like praying together, and that's about it.
Yeah, and like I said, y'all, like if we're talking about Islamic countries, we can talk. That's something else. But also, when we're talking about the religion itself, when you meet these specific religious people, which I specifically meet a lot because where I work, and the people that I work with are typically Muslim, they're very sweet people. And so that's my experience, and I know that people have different experiences. But like I said, there's evil in everything. Just because you are a Muslim doesn't mean that you are a great person. But the majority of Christians I meet are pretty not nice. There's a pretty clear theme there. So, what's up? How old are you? Hello.
I agree.
It was a fairy. How was your stream?
It was really good.
Good. Is Sam still there?
No, she left like this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you miss her?
It's like 7 hours for her to get back. Let me check her location real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. What's up, XD? How old are you?
What's up? I'm 20.
Are you driving?
Am I driving?
Yeah.
Nah, I just stopped.
Yeah, she's back home.
Okay, good. Are you driving?
I sometimes do this while I'm driving, though, no cap, but...
You gotta get up out of here, boy.
But are you driving?
No, I'm not driving.
It sounds like you're in the car, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the car, but I'm not
You're
driving.
in the car, bro.
I heard a whole stick shift.
Yeah, we're moving along. Sorry, brother, but thanks for admitting it, but Sam used they, them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, how old are you?
They?
How's it going? I'm 24.
All right. Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
To be honest, I don't care. But I guess biologically speaking, yes, because we'd cease to exist as a species.
I'm sorry. What part of biology has to do with morals? Define something that is biologically wrong. How is that possible?
As a species.
Yeah. So
how are you determining it?
Yeah. Does biology have morals? You're making a moral claim when you say wrong.
Yeah. Like, how do you determine when something is biologically wrong? Like, how do you know that?
Just the way that nature works.
Did nature tell you that?
Yes.
Where?
Does nature speak?
Does nature has a conscious mind now?
Nature spoke to you and told you, bro?
Bro's fucking Jack Frost.
Okay, so maybe not morally wrong, but scientifically wrong.
Science
that's
not a thing either. Okay, yes. So
okay, but
biology is science. What are you talking about? It's the same thing. There's no such thing as something being scientifically wrong regarding biology or nature.
How would you be able to produce or reproduce as a species?
Right. So are infertile people wrong?
No.
Are infertile people like unnatural?
No, but
are infertile people biologically based?
Yes and no.
Okay, what do you mean yes and no? What the fuck does that mean?
As a species,
bro said yes and no to that question.
Like what?
So as a species to exist, right? We would need to reproduce.
Yes, but what
do we have does everybody on this planet have an obligation to reproduce?
Yeah. Like, is it wrong for humans to go extinct? Like, morally?
You keep bringing up morally. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the question. That's what this means. Why is being lesbian wrong?
First of all, I just want to let you know this. We're going to drop this argument right now. I'm just saying it is impossible to determine when something is biologically wrong. That is not a thing, because to say that something is biologically wrong or biologically incorrect would imply that biology has a particular goal, but you don't even know that goal.
It does, though.
No, it doesn't. Biology never says
biologist.
Yes, it does,
name me a biologist that says that we have a goal. Goal implies purpose. Purpose is subjective. We all apply that to ourselves. Name a biologist that says that the goal of life is to reproduce. Please.
We have abilities, but we have purpose and goals are different.
We have functions, but we don't have purpose. Purpose is subjective.
Please.
Okay, so if we were to go by
goals are different.
Hold on. So you gotta scroll out of the app and come back in, and then you can unmute because you have an echo. Thank you, Dylan.
Help me.
Oh no. Jesus, come back. Repent. Yeah, Jesus has been coming back since the beginning of time.
Bro.
Nobody's scared. Oh my God.
Bro, Paul thought he was going to come back in his lifetime. Let's be so for real.
Jesus has been coming back since the beginning of time.
Okay, scroll out of the app.
You have to completely
your
leave.
homepage.
Yeah, like
and
completely
then
leave the app. It won't kick you. You just have to completely go to your home screen. All right.
I guess.
Whatever. You can join back. Honestly, I might just move on though because it's kind of dumb argument. So. I'm not gonna say. Cleo, thank you so much for the sunglasses. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2006, July 19.
Okay. Do you think being a lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
How come?
Now I have a question before I speak. Am I speaking to the both of y'all or just one person?
Both of us. But we won't be speaking at the same time. One of us will be speaking to you, or I will be speaking to you. Like I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So
I try not to 2v1 in the sense of like we're both screaming at you.
Okay. So the reason why I say being lesbian is wrong is because biblically it is not correct. When we speak about how we were made, it was man and woman, Adam and Eve.
Not Adam and Allie. Okay, so or Allie and whatever the fuck, Adam and Steve. Okay, so do you think how do you determine that the Bible is true in its morality?
How can you determine that it's not true?
That's not my burden. That's not my burden.
So
you made the positive claim, so it's your burden to prove. I asked you a question, and then you pivoted. So answer my question.
Okay,
so how do you determine that the Bible is true in its morality?
Okay, so first I can determine.
Jamal for Jesus is in here, Tashika.
All right, so first I can determine that it is true because if we look at science and we look at the Big Bang Theory, which is what a lot of people.
What is the Big Bang Theory before you continue on with this? Because it's not a Big Bang.
So.
That's not what it's called, like scientifically. That's just a colloquial term that scientists use.
I'm going to continue to speak.
Just really quickly, I'm explaining this to you. I'm explaining this to you. The Big Bang.
We just don't want you, Brianna. Listen. We just don't want you to look silly.
I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm just explaining this to you.
Okay, so then let me speak.
Brianna, calm down.
Hold on a second. All I'm saying is, if you're going to speak about the Big Bang and know nothing, don't speak about it because you're going to look really silly against two people who know exactly what it is.
I'm trying to help you. What I'm saying is that the Big Bang, like scientists don't really. I know. I'm just saying this right now for you, Bree. Calm down, okay?
Oh my Lord.
Calm down.
Let me know if I speak.
Oh my God, calm down.
Why don't you call it Jesus right now? Maybe pray a little bit more. All I am saying is that the Big Bang is a term that is not used by scientists when they speak to each other. It was not an explosion, okay? They do not call it that. The Big Bang is actually coined from a scientist who was just making a joke, okay? That is not actually what the Big Bang is. It's a joke name. That's not the actual name. They call it the Big Stretch or the Big Expansion. Now you can continue.
Okay.
Damn.
So the reason why I brought up the Big Bang Theory is because a lot of atheists like to bring that up. So when I bring that up, I speak about how it was made on the 5 books of Moses, Psalms, and the rest of the Bible. Now, if you want to
is the Big Bang?
Science, oh my Lord. I just told you that is the only reason why I brought it up. Now, if we speak about science, right, we know that Earth was approximately made about 4 billion years ago. The first form of
your Bible doesn't say that.
Now,
but theists don't say that. You would have to go against your religion because your religion believes it was 6,000 years ago.
So what do you guys believe?
I believe
in God and you don't believe in science. What do you believe?
I didn't.
You don't
what?
believe in science. Science is finding answers for things. You don't believe in science. I believe in evidence.
Science isn't a belief system.
How do we know that what I'm talking about in the Bible is real?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm gonna explain it to you. You want to do it, AG? I can do it. You know, like.
Well, here's the thing. When we're talking about determining your morality in your Bible, I'm asking, how do you determine if it's true? So when we're talking about you saying, how do you... What?
How do we determine that science is true?
Oh my God, girl.
We don't... there's no such thing as determining... Right? There's no such thing as determining...
I can't answer your question. How do you fucking know?
Okay, I'm just gonna say fuck it and answer. I'm just gonna say fuck it and answer. Okay, so science does not
multiple times of testing it out, it has proven that this is true, right?
Brianna, you need to go back to school.
Can I just answer your question?
We constantly test it, and then we have come to.
Why are you talking about science? I asked how the fuck your fucking Bible is true in its morality. Why do you keep going to the Big Bang? Holy fuck!
I'm giving you
science doesn't have morals, bro. Science doesn't have morals. I am asking you specifically, how do you know the Bible is true in its morality? Why are you fucking talking about the Big Bang right now?
I'm not even talking about the Big Bang anymore.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
No, you're saying that the book. You said that you're talking about the. You said the books of. First of all, I know the fuck you're not talking about impulse control. Second of all,
you guys are both talking on top of me, and you're screaming into your mic.
No one wants to. I am screaming into my mic. Thing is what I'm saying.
Frustrating as all hell.
Brianna, I'm just trying to tell you. You said that the Big Bang supports some other book of the Bible, and we're asking you what the Big Bang is and how that supports the book.
No. I said that's what atheists always give an example. If you don't believe in science, which goes based off of the Bible.
No, but right? Science is not a belief system.
What do you believe in? I told you we can literally move past that if that wasn't your point.
No, but you're wrong regardless.
You to argue it, or
okay, hold on 1 second. Again, okay, I'm gonna ask you the question one more time, and then I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to answer my question. Okay. How do you determine that the Bible is true in its morality?
Okay, great. Are you gonna let me answer?
I just said I was gonna give you 30 seconds.
So how do we know that science is real? Science. I'm answering it. It's not an actual question to you.
That's not an answer to the question.
Just fucking go. Just go. Just speak for 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. How do we know that science is real? They keep on testing it and testing and testing it, and it comes down with one conclusion in the Bible. No. Test. When something is constantly correct, it comes out as correct.
That's true. So science does not always come down to one answer. That's not true.
Because if we know anything about science, it starts with a scientific theory. It starts with a hypothesis.
Okay.
No?
Okay, cool. So you said because the morality in the Bible is true because it's been tested over and over and over again. Okay, so great. So do you think slavery? Do you think slavery is morally permissible?
Where in the Bible does it talk about slavery?
Leviticus and Exodus 21. Peter.
Okay, can you explain the whole thing?
Absolutely. So Leviticus is the same book that condemns homosexuality, condones owning people as property for life. So when there are two types of slavery in the Bible, would you agree that any type of slavery is wrong, no matter what it is? Would you agree with that? Cool.
Yes.
Great. Glad we're on the same page so that if you pivot back and you say something else along the lines of, well, maybe the slavery was different, back to this conversation, I just want to hold you accountable here. You're saying every type of slavery is wrong. Leviticus 25:44-46. Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited property and can make them slaves for life, but you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly. Then we'll go to Exodus 21. Mm-hmm. Exodus 21, this is laws. These are laws regarding owning Hebrew slaves, but in here is a loophole to owning them as property for life.
Okay.
So there's indentured servitude.
Let me ask you a question. What version are you reading?
I'm reading the New Revised Standard.
Okay, great. I hope you know that the Bible's written multiple times.
Yes, I fucking know. Yes, I fucking know. And guess what? And guess what?
No. Do you know what the original translation says? What does it say? Tell me what the original translation
says. It says servant. And what fucking servant can you own for property for life? What servant do you own and can beat for life? What servant can you own and beat for life? What servant?
It does say that though.
It does. In the original Greek and Hebrew, it says servant. So in what?
What version are you talking about that it says what you're saying.
Right. So the original translations go over the fact that one, you can. I don't know about you, but you typically can't. Because like, okay, so the definition of servant is someone who like aids and works with a particular person as like a housemaid, things like that, right? But servant implies to an extent some kind of payment. These people did not receive payment, and also typically you can't. I don't know if you know this. You can't buy and sell servants as if they are your property, as well as you cannot bequeath them to your sons. You can't do that. You know what you can buy and sell to other people and bequeath to your sons? Property. And when a servant is property, the servant is a slave.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is the same servant as we know today, right? If somebody was to come to you and be like, "Oh, you're gonna be my servant,"
if you would let me finish reading, if you would let me finish reading, because I had more to read to you.
That's not the correct translation.
Why
you
are
have
you
to go back
yelling?
to the first translation.
The first translation of
You
what?
didn't even read the first translation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you want to talk about the original translation, Brianna? You want to talk about the original translation? If you want to talk about the original, if you want to talk about the original translation, tell me where in the original translation does it say homosexual? Because it was put in there in 1946. Because the original translation was Malachi and Arsenicatoi in Leviticus. It does not speak about homosexuality, and it's ironic to me that P3DO was taken out, even though it was super fucking prominent back in that time. But there's no fucking P3DO condemned in your fucking Bible. And then we go to Romans, pedicos. That was the original word in Romans. Pedicos, and they put homosexual there in place. You can read this for yourself. You want to talk about the original fucking translations? You don't know shit you're fucking talking about.
Suddenly we care about etymology.
No, you don't.
Girl.
You just read me a version that was probably one of the latest versions.
Right, and then she read you, and then she read the new version,
yeah,
the original
yeah,
version.
because I'm not gonna read the King James version. What fucking version do you read? Hey, what version do you read, Brianna? What version do you read, Brianna?
The demons are trembling. I'm telling y'all can't even be quiet.
Demons? Prove demons are real. Prove demons are real. Prove demons are real.
Okay, guess what? What do people
prove demons are real? Prove demons are real.
What is it saying?
Prove demons are real.
Demons go by they them. What do people go by?
Demons go by they them. I don't. Okay, cool. So prove.
Are you calling non-binary people demons right now?
Sure the fuck am. I sure am. And what you gonna do about it?
This is the brain rot.
Demons represent themselves as they them.
First of all.
Yeah, where? No, where?
It calls them because
demons
there are
will tremble at the name of God. I don't care what none of y'all have to say. The fact that I'm talking and you guys can't even compose yourself to even listen.
Brianna, also one, that is the English translation, and two, they also applies to a group.
Mm-hmm.
A group.
Does it say they go? Does it specifically say they go by they them? Brianna, does it say they go by they them? Hey, yeah, Brianna, name the verse. Brianna, name me the verse where it says that demons go by they them.
Trans demons?
Yeah, for real. So name me the verse where it says that demons go by they them.
All right, let me go grab it.
Cool. I'll be waiting.
To say that like Satan's allies were non-binary is some of the sickest shit in my life, dude.
I never said they were non-binary. Non-binary wasn't even.
That's what they them is.
So.
They them is non-binary.
No, that's what it is now, love.
No, that's what that always has been. That's what they refer to themselves as.
Been that.
Okay, so then how do non-binary people refer to themselves?
When did cis become a thing? When did always
within like the 1970s?
No, 1930s.
Exactly.
Shit, what word am I thinking of then?
Something else probably. So cis is a medical term. Congratulations.
Yes,
you don't know shit about
medical term.
You don't know what you're talking about. So.
What the hell are y'all talking about? It's female, male.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay, those are sexist.
Yeah, we know that.
There's no difference between sex.
Brianna, cis.
Society has told you that there is no.
No,
yeah,
Brianna.
And your fucking God doesn't exist. Congratulations. You believe in a fairy tale.
Of a woman. There's no fairy tale, baby. He's coming back.
What are you talking about?
Prove it. You know what's funny?
Brain broken ass rhetoric.
I just told you, science proves it.
Yeah, so prove your God is real.
Lord, let me bring up the statistics of science.
I know. I don't want to hear it anymore. What statistic of science are you specifically talking about? Anyways, I asked you for the specific verse where it says that the demons go by they them. But now I'm just going to move on to something separate because at this point I can see how deluded you are. So prove to me how God is real. Prove to me that God is real. Brianna, if you don't get off your laptop and prove to me that God is real. She's
looking up those statistics of science right now.
Okay, so when was the Earth created? About approximately 4 billion years ago.
Your Bible disagrees with that.
Your Bible disagrees with that, so.
The first form of life. No, I'm talking about the science perspective, right?
I asked you to prove that God is real. Why are you bringing up science when science goes against this?
That's what I'm saying. If you believe the science perspective, that means you disagree with your Bible.
Then you would understand if you would be quiet. You can't even let me get past a certain point.
All right, princess, go. Just go.
Thank you. So the first form of life, about approximately 3 billion years ago. What was the first form of life?
They were like some isopodic type bullshit in water.
No, it was.
That is true.
No. It was. Let me pull up the exact name.
Wait. Why are you bringing this up when you believe in Adam and Eve?
Yeah, you believe in Adam and Eve. You don't believe this is evolution that you're about to describe right now.
It's called a microbe, right? So
it's a single-celled organism.
Right.
Holy fuck! Why are you bringing this up
those microbes?
So this protocell divides and it reproduces and all that. Science will tell you in order for a living cell to be here, it has
Why the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about?
Protocells now?
What?
Were Adam and Eve protocells? How far back are you going in like human development, evolutionary wise?
I'm talking about simple science.
This is not simple science.
We're talking. If you're talking about evolution, what part of evolution are you talking?
Are you out of touch, or do you not understand what I'm saying?
You believe in fairy tales. Which one of us are out of touch here?
I'm not believing in fairy tales. As a matter of fact, I don't really have to answer to that as well because I will see it on Judgment Day.
You did.
Why are you talking about
the whole
evolution
point of
right
you?
Now?
Yeah, like you believe in Adam and Eve.
About fairy tales, right? You guys don't even know what a woman is. You can't.
I do know what a woman is.
We do know what a woman is.
Born a man.
I'm a woman.
You can't tell a woman that she's born a woman.
Oh, somebody's being a crybaby.
No one is
mad.
born a woman.
You guys don't.
Somebody's mad. Somebody's
mad. No one has. No, you
don't live in reality.
Not my life.
You don't live in reality.
You can't be born a woman.
Yes, you can. What's the definition of a woman?
A woman is someone who is like based off of a particular society. Do you want like a general definition or one that pertains to the society?
That pops up in the the first definition that pops up and the definition that has been around for years tells you.
Right. So the definition of which everyone operates off of.
Adult. A woman is a female adult. Now let me ask you a question. What's the difference
Brianna, that's false. That's literally not. Right? That's literally not. That's literally not what like scientists believe that definition to be. It's not, you don't even hold to that.
For you guys,
you don't even hold to that. So what you're referring to here is the Oxford definition right now, and the Oxford definition doesn't give actual definitions to words. The Oxford definition gives the
little girl woman.
Oh my god.
Woman?
No, I would not because they're not an adult. Please stop talking. Like I was saying, you just proved my point that no one's born a woman. Anyway, like I was saying before, right? Oxford does not give actual definitions of words as they're defined like etymology wise. They give the colloquial definition of word, and typically that when people are referring to a woman, they are referring to someone who is also female. But we know that scientists who coined this word in the first place in this way are not just talking about people who are also female, because then you would have no way of knowing if anyone is actually a woman. You don't know if I have a penis.
Delusion,
okay,
baby. That's delusion.
Brianna, you don't know if I have a penis. You don't know if anyone outside that you perceive to be a woman has a penis or not. You do not know if I have XX chromosomes.
That's where you're wrong. It's not about your genitalia.
But exactly
right. And it's also not about your chromosomes. And it's also not about your chromosomes, Brianna, because not all women are born with XX chromosomes.
Exactly. It's about how we perceive women to be based off of like the female structure.
What are they born with?
What do you mean?
We would talk about Klinefelter syndrome because it clearly states
Swiner syndrome.
No.
So the issue with your worldview is you don't understand that like sex and gender
biology. Just because society
biology don't use this definition.
Biology doesn't use this definition.
Science and biology, it won't. You guys live in this delusion.
Biologists don't use this definition that you're referring to right now. You're proving our point. Give us the biology. 1 second, Brianna. Give us the biologist right now that defines woman this way.
The biology of human genders. Humans, like virtually all animals, plants on Earth, exist as two sexes, male and female. Genetically, the two sexes are defined as having a Y chromosome male or lacking a Y chromosome.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Doesn't it say the biology of humans?
No. Keep reading.
Okay.
Keep reading.
All humans are diploid and are sexually either XX female or XY male. It says, what is a woman? This is
keep talking. Keep reading it. Keep reading.
I don't even have the full thing popped up. Hold on, I gotta go back to where I was.
You're describing sex right now. They didn't even use the word gender yet.
It literally says, what is a woman? That's the title.
That is a question, fuck. Go ahead and read the entire article for us. Keep reading. Matter of fact, I'll read it because it's getting illiterate.
Look what it says here. This binary view of human sexuality is now being challenged by those who expose an LGBTQ transgender ideology.
That's a statement. That is what's happening. Yes, that is what's happening.
Yes.
They didn't make a claim. Brianna, they didn't make a claim. Brianna, they didn't make a claim.
Oh, it's not about a claim, sweetheart. It's proof. It's showing you.
That's not proof. That's just them saying that there are social changes.
The ideology of this community.
Hey, what is gender?
What is she talking about?
Hey, Brianna, what is gender?
Oh my lord.
What is gender? It's a social construct.
No,
what is race? What is race? Brianna, race is also a social construct. It's based off of your phenotype. It's also based off your fucking phenotype. So guess what? You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Gender is a social construct. So yes, it's on a bimodal scale. It's on Brianna. It's on a bimodal scale, and we're challenging that because not everybody meets the same criteria of XX chromosomes, of genitalia, and all of these things. Gender is separate from sex. We understand both of these. You can go look up what a bimodal fucking scale is of gender and sex. It would maybe help you just a little bit. It's on a fucking scale. It's not that difficult.
Let's just say you're right. If I'm a white woman and I say I'm a black woman, is that okay?
Yes, actually. So let me go ahead and define this for you. I'm going to go ahead and define this for you.
That's
right.
Okay.
So what I'm going to go ahead and define this for you. I'm going to tell you exactly how. Okay? I'm going to tell you this in a way that tells you how gender works, okay? So what does it mean to be a black woman? Define black woman.
African American, African from Africa.
What is African? Not all African Americans are from.
That's how
everyone is of African descent. That's where humans come from. Every single person on this earth is of African descent.
Right.
Are Indian people who are darker than me black people?
They're brown people.
What makes them not black?
Their race.
Oh my fucking god. We are already talking about race. What makes a dark-skinned person from India, like, not a black person?
The different history.
What history is required for black people?
Oh my god.
You mean what history?
Right. What history is required to be a black person?
Tell you. So, does the Indian woman have the same history as a black woman?
What is required to be? What history? No one has the same history as each other. Okay, what is required? What history should she have to be a black person?
I don't know the specifics.
Then how are you saying that an Indian person that is darker than me is not also black?
Because I just explained to you.
You did not, though, because you cannot define these terms. How is it? Why? Okay, for example, why is it? Why? What are you talking?
What is the history?
What history is required to be a black person? What history is required to be a black person? What history is required to be a black person?
What is the historical difference?
What history is required to be a black person? There are black Indians. Are they not black?
I don't think you're understanding where I'm coming from.
No, you're not understanding.
You're not understanding.
Are there black Indians?
Yes, there is.
Right. So if they have a hint in Indian heritage, what makes them black still?
Oh, she got taken up for hate speech.
Oh, yikes. Okay. That's why race isn't fucking real, chat. It's not fucking real. You're holding on to things that aren't real.
If you are watching, you think being lesbian, just want to click the guest request to debate. Also, y'all, we can get 100k likes. All right. Y'all, race is based off of the melanin in your skin. It's phenotypically presenting. It's what you phenotypically present as.
Even that is not even necessarily true, though. Like it's a very intricate it's a very intricate thing, but race isn't fucking real. That's the overall thing. Is that it's not real. It doesn't even have a genetic basis. It's just not real, chat. We like to say that it's based off of genetics, but there are white people who look a particular way, but they're fully white. It's not a real thing. It's not based in reality. It's just based off of what people perceive you to be.
Yeah.
And it's not even phenotypical.
What's up, Tanya? How old are you? But what you said.
I am about to be 51.
Okay, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just looking for people that think it's wrong.
Not at all.
Appreciate you. Take it easy, okay, Tanya? Thank you so much. Only join if you do think that being lesbian is wrong. Just looking for debates. What's up? How old are you?
Yellow.
You there? You're not. Toodaloo. Alright. Alright.
Yeah, I feel like people don't know. Race is damn near purely philosophical. It's genuinely just one big thought experiment.
Lab, you can come back. You didn't join.
Yeah.
But you can come back. So this person's not loading. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yes, you can hear me?
Yeah.
I'm 28.
Alright, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
How come?
Are you in Jamaica right now?
I am.
I know, because you sound like my you sound like my home.
Oh, you're from here?
Yeah. That's what it always sounds
Awesome.
You do have a bit of an echo. Do you have headphones on or something?
I don't. I'm sorry. Maybe it's my location. Can you hear me a bit more clearly now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, good. That's better. Okay.
Why do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Alright, so I'm gonna just state some facts. I'm not a hateful person. I have friends who are from the homosexuality community. I am a Christian. And the first reason why being a lesbian is wrong, of course, it is because the Lord advises us that it's wrong. Now, I'm not a person that just obeys everything that I read. I like to experience it, I like to test it, and I like to understand the whys behind God's instructions. So the first instruction that he gave to mankind was to be fruitful and multiply. And of course, we know that being a lesbian cannot yield the fruit of the womb. All right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that we need to understand where the feeling of being homosexual comes from. And there is a reason why it is that there's not a year that it happens. A child can experience it, and of course, an adult can experience it years after, it wasn't happening before. And the reason for this is because it has a spiritual origin behind it. Specifically, the Marine Kingdom.
What? This sounds like it has a very fantastical claim. You're gonna have to prove that the spirit is real.
All right, so the Marine Kingdom will cause infertility. It's responsible
what is the Marine Kingdom? The Marine?
Yes, the Marine Kingdom.
Water is making the frogs what do you? What is
water?
Is
yes, but not waters like just you looking at the ocean or the rivers. There are marine demons.
Yeah, you're gonna have to prove that demons are real, though, because we already reject this entire premise of them being real.
You reject that demons is real. However, there are persons that go to their bed with their flawless olive skin and they wake up with scratches and they don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, that's called scratching yourself in your sleep.
That's what not just that. No, you can have a literal spiritual warfare while you are asleep.
Yeah,
just
but with
because
yourself,
you don't believe that something is real doesn't mean it's
real.
not
And
so.
people scratch themselves in their sleep all the time. Like your
Okay.
body does a lot when you're sleeping. Your body is moving while you sleep, and you just don't feel it.
And I completely agree. I also
Right, so
agree
that
that
doesn't
the
mean that
spiritual
demons
realm
are
is
real.
very real. And I agree that the Lord communicates with us through our dreams and tries to tell us
Right,
things.
so you need to
I
be-
also
okay,
know
before
that
you- really
demons
quickly.
come to sleep with people in their sleep, and that is the
And
Marine
they hit the
Kingdom.
right spots. I love me a succubus. Okay, the thing is though, is I already disagree with this entire premise. Before you can move on with this statement, you're gonna have to prove that these things are even real. Chad,
Okay.
it's not ringing. It's a type of like cricket that we have in Jamaica. Trust me, it sounds much better in person.
All right, so honestly, I can get behind the fact that you may feel comfortable being the way you are, but demons always gain for access. The fact that our sexual immoral levels have given them access,
You're
and a lot of
calling it
homosexual
immoral,
individuals have some form of traumatic past.
No.
that has
That's
led
not true.
them to this point.
That is not true. Demonstrably
You're
false.
saying that a lot of women became lesbians because they got sexually
People do not
abused
be.
by men.
People do. People, no one has ever said that.
No one
That's
has said
not true
that.
at all.
I've never said
Yes,
that. I've
that's
never.
true,
and
especially
also,
in Jamaica.
No, it's not. Give me.
Tashika,
Huh?
Tashika, you're from Jamaica.
Yes.
You know that a lot of studs here have become lesbian due to sexual abuse, correct?
No, they've always been lesbian.
How do you decide when they became a lesbian?
You don't. I don't either. But if
And
they
how
are
can you
saying-
make that claim?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you
Like,
in
how
their
are you-
brain
Because
telling?
demons can
But like
enter
you
from
keep
the
saying,
womb because
you keep
but wait a
saying
minute.
demons.
But actually no. Since I'm talking to a Jamaican right now, the sexual abuse rates in Jamaica are terrifying. You would think that it's a fucking demon realm in Jamaica, okay? You drive down in Jamaica, why do we have signs and billboards dedicated to STDs? It is because Jamaica has such a sex issue that people are abusing each other. And if it is the case, and like I'm gonna say this right now, I have 4 fucking sisters. Every single one of us have been sexually abused. Why are none of us just straight up lesbian then? And why are not most of the women in Jamaica lesbian? If this is the case.
long
Most
have you
women in
left here?
Jamaica have been sexually abused.
89% of women in America have been sexually abused as well. And if 89% of them have been sexually abused, why the fuck are they not a lesbian?
one, I never stated that all women become lesbians through sexual abuse.
But then
I
what are
stated
the
that
rates?
it was
What are
an
the rates
entry
of this?
point because I am trying to advise the
You can't
spirits
advise this.
responsible.
But there are plenty of lesbians. There are plenty of lesbians that have not experienced SA that are lesbian. So how can you?
Yes, they
like,
have
this is-
not
you're doing
experienced
a
SA,
correlation
but what their
causation
parents did
fallacy.
was to
You're
become
doing a
sexual
correlation.
immoral.
You are doing a correlation causation fallacy. It's you are correlating the fact that they have been SA'd to them being a lesbian. So prove to me that that's the reason that they are a lesbian. You're making a
I
claim that
never
that's
said
why they're
everyone
lesbian.
was a lesbian.
No, I'm
I
talking
said
specifically about the women that you say that are SA'd that are now
because
studs
they
in
blatantly
Jamaica.
say so and they give their testimonies. That's the reason. Because
Their
they think that they're
testimonies?
traumatized.
You mean because that is what religion is teaching them. They are looking for an answer, and that is not the answer. Like scientifically, also, I just want to I want to say this real quickly. Education in Jamaica is also garbage. Okay. Like our education system is bad, our infrastructure is bad, our economy is bad. We barely even fucking have one. Okay, so and what people in Jamaica typically lean on is religion. Okay, and that is not sustainable, especially in a country that has humans in it that typically have some kind of like queer tendencies, right? Especially within a country that leans on religion so heavily. That is an issue.
All right, so let's just say, based off of the 10 Commandments, the Lord says not to steal, not to commit murder, all of these things, right?
I don't know why you're presupposing
What I wanna
that
know-
this is true. The fact that you cannot even Sorry, my
Okay,
accent.
let's
The fact that you cannot even
let's
fathom-
forget about who said it, right?
It doesn't matter who said it. The fact that you cannot even the fact that you keep
Hold on.
presupposing this is the
If you
fact
were
is
to obey
why
it
education
without
in Jamaica
even
is
knowing
so
who
bad.
said it, can you agree that stealing is wrong based off of your experience? in
I
life?
cannot. No,
Not
I
in
cannot.
every circumstance.
Okay,
Not
but
in every
you know
circumstance.
that stealing has consequences, right?
Stealing can have consequences, but that does not make it wrong.
Okay, so
not in every circumstance. Do I think that a mother that doesn't have the money for let's say baby food, her stealing baby food, do I think that's morally wrong? Absolutely not.
I think she's doing it for all moral good, to keep a baby alive.
Okay,
like that's why I don't hold to this. That's the point of the story. Like what's his name? What's the fucking fox that has no pants on? What's that guy's name again? The guy that steals from the rich and gives to the poor. What is his name?
All right, but we're not referring to those one-off circumstances. The mother has to feed her child. Nobody wants to see their child die.
Robin Hood, right? That's the point. But 1 second.
Majority rules.
All right. 1 second. No, majority doesn't fucking rule. That's why Jamaica's a piece of shit now. Anyway, like I was saying before, that's the point of Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood is supposed to show the moral grays of stealing, because everyone loves Robin Hood. Everyone acknowledges that he is a moral purpose. Purpose. He's a moral person, that what he does is a net positive for society. Yet he's a thief. That's the entire point of his character. Like, that's the entire point. But this whole whoever thinks what rules all. Jamaica has some of the worst educational systems I've ever fucking seen. Okay, so this whole rules all, you wouldn't have roads and buildings and schools if that was the case.
I can get with that, but honestly, like I said, I don't hate the persons who are homosexuals, right?
No one
I have
is
nothing
saying that.
against homosexual individuals.
That's not what our issue is with you. It's the fact that you keep presupposing things.
However, it is still wrong. If everyone was supposed to either be a lesbian or a gay, it would be the very extinction of the human race. Extinction.
What are you talking about?
If everybody was infertile, it would also.
If everyone was supposed to become a lesbian or a gay, then the human race would end in the next 100 years.
No, because are lesbians infertile?
Okay.
Yes, or
lesbians are women. What would be the whole point of you switching over to another gender, though?
If you say it doesn't matter, though. If they are not infertile, if they are not really,
why do you have to compromise what you say you are to continue the human race?
What?
You say you're a lesbian.
Yes.
You don't have to.
Why would you have to then go to a man and become bisexual to continue the human race?
No. Actually, Tisha,
it is not biologically required to have sex to reproduce. That's you.
Done. 40 minutes. Damn. Why did that seem like it was a long time?